late. My bad. I Oh, y'all came in early. Thank you. Hey Ariana. Hey Jasmine. How are you guys doing? Every single time I see your name, I always want to I always want to call you by your actual what is it called? The actual channel page name. But yeah, I hope y'all don't hear my stomach growling throughout this live because I did not eat. I literally was trying to hurry up and hop on here. And yeah, I did not get a chance to eat. And I did not really want to eat on camera because I realized that when I do eat on camera while talking, for some reason, it's like I get full when I start eating and talking on camera at the same time. I think it's because it's a whole bunch of hot air because I'm yapping too much. But how are y'all doing? I'm also kind of annoyed because I had emailed myself some topics, and for some reason the topics came out like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it came out like looking like this where it's separated, and I don't know what that's about. That's weird. I don't know why my Gmail been doing that lately. But how are you guys doing? I have, how many topics is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 topics about a variety of different things. No. So I did eat a little bit of something earlier. I had some Cheeto puffs, but but no, it's not gonna be a short live. I'll probably be on here for maybe like 2 hours. I'm gonna try to do 2 hours. And I'm gonna just drink water for the time being because I kind of got started late because I was making tuna fish and then I was yapping with my husband and got sidetracked. So yeah. But hey T Berries, how are you doing? But I hope y'all are doing well because when I tell you, I'm not gonna lie, I need a nap. I took like a slight nap earlier, but it wasn't long enough for me. So yeah, I'm just kind of like, ugh. But the first topic is friend came to me for dating advice. I gave her some dose of the truth and now she's mad at me. Let me know in the comments, have you guys ever been in a situation where you had a friend that wanted advice from you and you gave them advice and they didn't like it, so they responded poorly or negatively? Because when I tell you, I've been in that situation a few times with friends, so it just was not, you know, it just was not ideal in my personal opinion. Because sometimes, and this is why I ask my friends, I always ask them, okay, you want to talk to me about something? Are you venting to me or are you asking for advice? Because sometimes friends don't want advice. Sometimes they just want to vent. You know, not everybody be wanting 2 cents. But anyways, so it says, my close friend has been in a relationship with this guy since college, but around friends. Oh, I'm sorry. The way I read this is weird. Okay, my close friend has been in a relationship with this guy since college, but around friends, she's very open about the fact that she's not that into him. But he's a go-getter, a very ambitious guy. After college, got a job and is making bank. Also started a business and is making a ton of money. So she using him basically is what it sounds like. But I stay out of people relationships now unless the person's life is in danger. Same. I try to keep my 2 cents to myself because, you know, do I say this? It's like people make choices I do not agree with all the time. And I know how I would handle stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to share my thoughts because sometimes the way that I share stuff, or I should say, sometimes people will think that it's coming off as more judgmental. And I'm like, I'm not judging you, I'm judging the situation. And sometimes people don't get that. Then there's also the factor that sometimes people will look at stuff and they're like, well, are you um like I remember I've had a few situations where some of my friends would look at me and they would share with me something about, something they were unhappy about. And I would just be looking at them like, well, if you unhappy, like, why are you tolerating this? You know what I mean? Because to me, it sounds very simple to say that. But at the same time, it's like I know that there are other factors involved. And I've had some friends even tell me that they don't like when they share stuff with some of their friends because they still might go back to the same situation, or they still might deal with the same things and they feel like their friends are judging them. And I'm looking like, I'm not going to judge you, but I just hope that you will be happy. Like, that's always my thought process is like, to me, if you constantly telling me you're unhappy about something or sharing with me an issue that you're having repetitively, I mean, I'm going to give you the same response. Unless you just want me to listen to you, I'm going to give you the same response. But at the same time, I'm going to be looking at you like, well, I already told you what I had to say. I'm not going to say nothing else. You do what you want to do. But I'm not going to judge you for continue going to the situation, because a lot of times, especially like if it's some relationship based, whether it's like relationships with family or people you date, it's, people have specific feelings involved. So I'm not going to judge you for not cutting somebody off, because I mean, if you used to somebody and you invested all this emotion, it is hard to cut people off. So, hey girl, how are you? Oh, you're fine. I'm all right, a little hungry, famished, but I'll be all right. Yes, thank you, T Berries. That's the topic right now. Yeah, that too. That's another thing. Like, girl, I need to eat actual dinner, but I'm gonna wait till I get off this live to eat, because it's not gonna go well. Me trying to devour and also trying to be looking presentable on the camera. You know what I mean? Because I made tuna fish and I be tearing up tuna fish. I don't want to be looking cute trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna just do this first and then I'm gonna eat later. But yeah, I completely agree with you, Jasmine. Like, telling friends advice and then like, some of my friends take my advice. Then I have some friends who take advice and then sometimes they don't take advice. Then in the past, I had other friends that are not my friend anymore that just did not take my advice at all, but they had other issues or whatever. But I'm just like, it is very difficult and hard to be friends with, well, not difficult to be friends with people, but it's like, it's hard to watch your friends or like people you care about go through stuff, and you want to help them, but you can't really do anything about it because it's their life at the end of the day. But anyways, so let me go over the topic again. Well, finish reading about it. So the title of it is, my friend came to me for dating advice. I gave her some dose of the truth and now she's mad at me. So it says, my close friend has been in a relationship with this guy since college, but around friends, she's very open about the fact that she's not that into him, but he's a go-getter and a very ambitious guy, which to me is very messed up. Like, if you're not really into somebody, why would you waste their time and date them? Why not let them be off and go ahead and be with somebody else? But I'm going to just tell you, it seems very clear that this person is a user. So, But it says after college, she got a good job and is making bank. Also started a business and is making a ton of money. They've been together for 6 years. And I'm gonna tell you right now, 6 years is a lot of time to be wasted on somebody you're not really interested in, but you going after the fact that he can support you. I feel like that is so messed up, but I know a lot of people do stuff like that. But I feel like that is so messed up to do something like that, specifically because normally in a lot of those situations, people end up potentially getting married, having kids, getting divorced, or like wasting time. It's like be with somebody you actually want to be with. Don't be faking it and using people, you know? But it says last year we were together with friends and she joked about how it'll be exciting to sneak around and cheat. I couldn't be cool with this B. Like I'm gonna try not to cuss, but that's absolutely insane to say that it would be exciting to cheat. And there are some people that are like that, and that junk is so weird to me. Like, be single. It's giving let me stop. It is terrible because like, do you have no morals, no ethics? That's what I'm saying, man. She's something else. And not her saying this is sign that yeah, like I don't know, I do not get it. Or fine, yeah, there are a lot of girls that are like that. And you know, the concept of sugar daddies is so interesting to me. Let's get off topic for a quick second. So don't judge me, right? But I remember I went through this phase where I used to watch sugar daddy content, and I know what you're thinking. What is sugar daddy content? That's like this dude on Big Brother right now. He's cheating on his girlfriend. I will never understand people who be cheating. Like, I really do not get the concept. Why don't you just break up with them and stop wasting their time? And do they not think about their karma and the fact that that junk will come back to them? I don't know. People just be thinking they could get away with stuff. But anyways, so okay, so I used to watch sugar daddy content, right? And sugar daddy content was like girls on YouTube will be sharing their experience of being like sugar babies and how to get sugar daddies. And that junk was so interesting to me because I'm really sitting here like, what is this social experiment that y'all are playing with y'all life? Like, it is just so concerning watching some of them videos because so certain women that are in the game of having sugar daddies and being sugar babies, they're telling a lot of girls this information. A lot of girls who are aspiring sugar babies or like that want more freedom for their life, I guess. This would probably potentially lean into people who want to do OnlyFans, I think, in my personal opinion, because I noticed that a lot of those people are in that realm of trying to make a side hustle from that type of stuff. But the thing that gets me is like you're sharing this information. And there have been some girls that have made videos where they would share how they would follow some of those tips of the more popular girls that were sugar babies and went viral, and they would share how they had negative experiences. And that's why you got to be careful what you share online because you know, you may think you're helping somebody, but if you're not giving them all the rundown of like the pros and the cons that come with certain things, you don't realize what type of harm you could be putting people in. Like, that's just like with people who make the stripper vlogs, because that's something else I use. That's something else. Like, ooh, I hope my wig top wasn't showing. Anyways, that's something else. Is I don't know, you know, it's just people don't really think about how the content they post could affect somebody else. And I just kind of be looking at them like, you don't realize when you reach people, when you post content on the internet, you reach a wide range of people. And you do need to be conscious about the stuff that you post because you could post something and you know, somebody thinking, oh, I'm gonna make some easy money. Oh, I'm gonna do OnlyFans. Oh, I'm gonna be a sugar baby. And then they end up in a horrible situation that they did not want to be in. You know what I mean? That's why people should be more honest about the pros and the cons. I always be getting off topic. I'm so sorry. Right? He might not have a girlfriend by the show over. Let me get back on topic. He probably won't have a girlfriend. And he rightly shouldn't have one. Trash. Listen, it's a lot of people out there that want to be sugar babies, that want to do the OnlyFans thing. And I'm not judging people. However, I do feel like you need to do your research and you do need to be mindful of the pros and cons. A part of me, I'm gonna probably do a video about that in my memberships because I feel like it's so many cons that come with doing OnlyFans. I've never did it before, but I can tell the cons that people have that people don't talk about, or some things people talk about, but I don't know. I just feel like people need to be more cautious, more safe, and more strategic with the way they do things and really evaluate things from like the positives and the negatives and not only just be looking at money or the positives, you know? Sugar baby without giving out the sugar. So that actually is a thing. Like for a lot of the sugar baby content that's on YouTube, that's how they explain it. A lot of them will say, you know, I'm just there to uplift them or spend time with them, give them companionship. I'm not laying down with them. They give me thousands of dollars a month and I'm not laying down with them. And I'm sitting there like, okay, so you probably found some people that are decent people, potentially lonely, which is another thing I don't like. Like, let's get into the ethics real quick, okay? Because this is something that I occasionally talk about with people, but I feel like people don't really be thinking about this. But when people do OnlyFans and like do sugar baby content, I don't think they realize the impact of like the morality of taking advantage of somebody's loneliness. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, to me, it rubs me the wrong way. Again, I'm not going to judge nobody for how they make money, but at the same time, I'm like, there's a certain sort of ethics where they kind of ignore the fact that they are using somebody's loneliness or like something negative against them to make them money. And to me, that's kind of messed up. Hi, Big Willie. They know they lying. I'm sure a lot of them are lying about like their experience of doing that. Shriveled and all, they sitting right next to it. I'm hollering, but for real though, like it's just so interesting the way people, you know, I really just leaned back. I hope my anyways, I hope my situation did not show. But anyways, but yeah, it says last year we were together with friends and she joked about how it'll be exciting to sneak around cheating. We laughed about it, but I revisited that comment and she opened up about the fact that there's a guy in her hot yoga class that's been persistent about her. And they've gone on a date and they spent the night at a hotel. So you for the streets and you are cheating. Crazy. Insane. Not oh my god. It's like the call center job. Some callers just want to speak to someone. Yeah, that too. Or for example, I remember at one point in time during the pandemic, I can't remember what the name of the company was, but there was this one remote company that was hiring people to be like the intimacy callers, if you know what I mean. I cannot wink for shit, but you know that you know the people that be like calling in the middle of the night like, hey, y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know, it's just so interesting how much loneliness does impact people, and how people do take advantage of it. Or that's even, shoot, like even me going out, are they still hiring? They might be. They really might be. I would honestly search phone operators. SEX, phone operators, remote. Go ahead, do your little Google search. You might find something. But yeah. So it says they did go on a date and they spent the night at the hotel. She talked about him being better looking and more endowed than the dude she was with, but she wants to end it. Trash. Absolutely trash. Hello. I don't know what that says. I was stern to her and told her to end it and tell her boyfriend and she should be ready for whatever comes, and she agreed. Ain't no way she told that man. But anyways, well, last night we hung out and I brought it up to her and she got defensive and told me to try dating someone that doesn't do it for me in bed, but is a nice person, and see if it'll be easy to leave. Girl, shut the F up. Like please. Please. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not understand. Like, people be trying to lean for sympathy, empathy, whatever, pity party, whatever. That's, break up with this man because you clearly don't like him for real. You talking trash about him. You talking about cheating on him. You are cheating on him. Just leave. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ariana, how are you? But yeah, that junk is just so weird to me. But she got defensive and told me to try dating someone that doesn't do it for me in bed, but is a nice person, and see if it'll be easy to leave. It's not my place to tell her boyfriend, but I do know he's planning to propose. Absolutely seen. She tried it. Like, why you crying? Exactly. Like, I really don't be understanding some people. So the dude is trying to propose. Like, he all in. She has not led him to believe there was anything wrong with their relationship. And this is why I tell people, you need to be physically compatible in the sack. I've been telling people that all the time because, like, some people be trying to make stuff work, and that's fine, but it's like, there are others that where they will do stuff like this where they're like, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. And it's like, I mean, if you're not happy, talk about it. Don't keep it a secret. And also, don't be telling your friends about how bad it is, because that's awful. Because that's embarrassing. To me, that is so embarrassing. Like, if you really talking trash about your man, what does that say about you? You the one who messing with that junk every night. So you just sadly doing it. You just sadly doing the thing, and he thinking, oh, I'm doing that junk. I'm getting it in. And you just sitting there like, no, you not. No, you not. And he's so in love. And you not. You in the streets. Trash. So where is that at? It says, yeah, it's not my place to tell her boyfriend, but I do know he's planning to propose, because when I jokingly brought it up, he winked at me, and I'm confident she's still seeing that dude and haven't told him. I texted her today, and today we need to talk, but she hasn't replied, and my guess is she's not going to be replying to me anytime soon. And I know she probably regrets confiding in me about seeing someone else. I don't know how to feel about this, and I don't want to come in between someone's relationship. I don't know their dynamic, and I feel like him hearing it from me will put pressure on him to leave to save face. And I don't want that to be the reason he leaves. And the person who wrote this is a straight guy. But yeah. So he's basically in a difficult spot. And personally, I'm not gonna lie, I would just cut ties with that friend and probably tell them, to be honest. If I was a man. if I was the man writing this, I would probably like address that, like, dang, that's messed up. Now, if I was a girlfriend, like a girl that's a friend of this person who's trash, I probably just would cut ties with her and I'd be like, yeah, I can't be your friend no more. Cause you had no morals, no ethics. And I don't care what anybody says, bro. Cause it was like discourse about this a couple years back, or like within the past 2-3 years on Twitter, I think, or TikTok, one of them. And people were talking about how some people will stop being friends with someone that cheats, and they were like, they cannot understand the correlation. And from from personal experience, the people I have known to cheat definitely will do their friends dirty. Like, their ethics and morals are not the same. Now, don't get me wrong, people can grow and people can change in the future, but when you see a friend cheat and they're currently doing that and they're presently in your face, they acting like stuff is okay, you do have to be careful with them, because a lot of times they will do stuff to you potentially. So you do have to be mindful and be careful. Hey, Grimy, how are you doing? But yeah, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it, though. All right. So this is the next topic. It says, my coworker asked if I was pregnant. I'm not. How to move forward? This gets you cussed out. You know what I'm saying? Why you worried about my fupa? Why you worried about my fanny pack? And let me know y'all thoughts in the comments down below, because I think as an adult, I asked somebody I was close to one time about them getting pregnant, and then I learned, you know what? I should not do that. That was like overstepping boundaries that I should not have did. Because a lot of people will ask, they'll be like, oh, are you pregnant? And it's like, maybe I just ate. Maybe I have a fupa, you know what I mean? Why would you ask somebody that? Specifically somebody you're not even close to either. Or people will sometimes touch your belly involuntarily. I don't know. I never liked that concept. Like, I keep my hands to myself whenever it comes to the pregnant people, you know? Or even when it came to my husband and I getting married, people would ask us, like, that was one of the first questions they asked us after like a month. When are you guys having a baby? First of all, you probably don't know me that well if you have the audacity to ask that question, because everybody who's close to me knows we don't want no kids. But anyways, but it says, I actually am trying to get pregnant. I already have a daughter, and it's been taking a long time, which is maybe why this is hitting me so hard. A coworker saw me today and later texted me, "Are you pregnant? How did I not know?" To which I replied, "I'm not pregnant. That's why you didn't know." And see, it's stuff like this. Like, you really don't be knowing what people be going through. And when people go out of their way to say stuff like that, like, you don't really realize how it could affect them. So you shouldn't be asking people about their ovaries or their stomach. You know what I mean? She is older. So you think she'd know by now not to ask people this question. She apologized and she said she has babies on the brain because her daughter is expecting their second grandchild. To me, it's not an excuse. I just didn't respond to her apology text because I didn't know how to do so in the moment. Not that it matters, but I'm typically a size 6'8", and while I'm not a stick, I'm not usually someone you would mistake for pregnant. But I admit I've gained some weight in the last few months. This has ruined my entire day, and I'm not sure what to do next. Personally, it's not really anything to do. I wouldn't say anything myself because I feel like talking about it would just make the person emotional based off of the fact that she is trying to get pregnant. Again, people should mind their business. From my personal perspective, I do feel like people need to just mind their business. Don't really address whatever is going on with somebody else's body. Because that's like me saying, let's say I could clearly tell somebody hair falling off their head, off the bone. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know your hair was falling out. Why would you say something like that? Like, I know that's extreme, but it's like, why would you address something like that? With like, it's different if somebody tells you or talks to you about that. Also, it's the fact that some people don't even want to talk about revealing that they're pregnant either. You know, a lot of people wait after a certain amount of months. So why are you prying? Right, I think so too. People don't think before they speak. They really don't. They really do not. Like, I know I've had some experiences with not anybody saying like I was pregnant or whatever, but I've had some experiences with people overstepping my like boundaries. And to me, I'm just like, why do you feel comfortable saying that? Why do you feel comfortable asking that question? Because I know I've had times where like I've had to check myself before asking things. And that's a part of the reason why sometimes I just don't say nothing at all. Because I'm like, either I have nothing to contribute to a conversation, or I'm like, something that I would ask, it's not like something that should be asked unless I was closer to that person or if I felt like they would want to talk about it. And normally if somebody wants to talk about something, they'll just talk to me. So I don't know. I feel like people just want something to converse about, so they don't really think about how something they say could impact somebody. Or like, it's also the factor that people don't know what somebody's state of health is. Like, you don't know if somebody has like any sort of conditions that could affect them having kids, or like if they have other issues that are going on with them, or I don't know. It's just weird to assume somebody is and to ask them that directly. It's just so inappropriate. So, how do I even read this? It says, why did he do this? Okay, it says, why did he do this? On a dating site, I had a guy come on strong and ask me on a date. We met the very next day. He spent lots of money on a fancy restaurant. I already have thoughts. I already have. Hello, Wesley from Brazil. That's so cool. How are you? So, from personal experience, anybody who spends a lot on a date cannot be trusted on the first date. That's just from my personal experience, because sometimes people. So, have y'all seen the show, the documentary Tinder Swindler that was on Netflix? I think like 2 years ago. You gotta be really careful if somebody wants to take you on a fancy date. And I know there's that discourse of people being like, okay, these are the places you shouldn't go to on a first date and stuff like that. But at the same time, people don't really talk about the fact that you got to be careful when somebody takes you on a fancy date, because sometimes they may expect things from you, or they may be trying to show out again to expect something, or they potentially may be broke, like Tinder swindler, because that's what he did. And it's a lot of people that will do that, where they will show you a great time for like a week or two, or a few times, and then somehow after they've splurged on you, they wind up broke or something. You know what I mean? I'm learning English with you right now. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I'm Jasmine. Hi. Welcome to the chat. How is the weather there? I feel like that's something that's simple I can ask. But so it says, while we were there at the fancy restaurant, the owner of the restaurant complimented me and said, "Wow, lucky guy. She's beautiful." And he responds, "Oh yes, she certainly is." He kissed me and held my hand at the dinner table. That's real cute. Real cute. He was vulnerable and told me about his childhood, family, and life achievements. I have thoughts again. So the other thing too is, when you are on a first date with somebody, it's okay to talk about whatever topics you want to talk about. In my opinion, you can talk about anything you want, as long as it's something that is not like about an ex, like negative, or just negative things in life, because some people will go on first dates and just complain the whole time. So I would say don't do that. But when it comes to sharing about childhood, like, yeah, you can share certain things, but at the same time, it depends on how it's shared, because sometimes when people overly share, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's not, it's like you can share, but don't overly share too much, or don't only just talk about yourself, basically. But it says, he walked me to my car and kissed me several times. He also said he wanted me to travel with him. That's crazy. How you telling somebody you just met you want to travel with them? Now, I know people do it, but to me, that's wild. He had given me his address and stuff, which is strange. Now, that's wild. I would never recommend giving somebody your actual address unless you've actually known them for a decent period of time. And when I say decent period of time, you've seen them multiple times, maybe a good 6-7 times. You know that they aren't crazy. And yeah. But on the first date, telling somebody your address, to me, is wild. Well, in this day and age, it is. He said I'd be by there eventually anyway, so why not? He asked me when we could meet again, and I smiled and said, well, let me know. He said, how about all week, and laughed. He told me to call him when I got home safe. I told him I was safe, and he messaged me back and told me he was home too. Since then, he's disappeared and hasn't spoken to me in 3 days. He's still on the dating site, and we are still matched. What kind of weirdo stuff is this? Now, what do y'all think about this situation? Do y'all think this situation is weird, that he kind of showed a lot of interest and then she hasn't heard back from him in 3 days? Because to me personally, I feel like this is the thing, because it says he asked me when we would meet again, and I smiled and said, well, let me know. I mean, to me, I feel like maybe he thought that she wasn't interested, but at the same time, it's like, there's nothing wrong with just telling him, like, okay, well, when are you free? And then he said, how about all week? I'm like, I would have confirmed when you wanted to see me again. But that's just me. Now, I'm gonna be honest, if somebody laid it on thick like this and it was the first date, I would have been expecting them to contact me within like the next 48 hours. And then if they didn't, I would be like, okay, so he didn't reach out to me and say anything. So I guess, I just went out on a date and got a nice little outing. But I don't know. It's a potential that this could be a form of love bombing as well, because the fact that he was saying like he wanted her to travel with him, giving the address. Also, I'm suspicious because I'm thinking about Dateline. Because I'm also kind of sitting here looking at this like, why would he give you the address? Like, what if he was trying to set you up? I don't know why I'm like this. That'd be the best part, the food. The food, is good, but I'm gonna be honest, the few fancy restaurants I've been to, the food was not that great. Like, it just seemed very overpriced. Now, I will say the appetizers at fancy restaurants are normally always good, but the actual entree, it just really depends. Because I remember my husband and I can't remember if it was a Valentine's Day date or if it was an anniversary. We went to this one restaurant and it was really nice. Like, it was really pretty inside and everything. But I don't know. The food was not good. Like, the appetizers was good, but the food had me like, this junk was $50 and y'all ain't even season it. And that's the thing I don't like about some of these fancy restaurants. They don't be seasoning their food for real. I'm like, I'm gonna need somebody that got some sort of decent seasonings in the back. Shaking some up on there, give me some sauce, some hot sauce or something, because I'm gonna be mad if my man spending freaking $200 on our entire meal and it don't taste good. The entree don't taste good. The appetizers and the dessert always taste good, but the entree normally is like a hit or a miss. Not that the best topic right now to talk about, consider it. What you mean? I love watching a girl eat. I feel like I was going to say, I feel like a lot of guys do, but that would be wrong. Perhaps a salad, perhaps not. I need to watch White Chicks. But yeah, I don't know. One day maybe I should tell y'all some of my dating stories. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, fancy places be nasty for real, so so I'm not as hungry. Grammy seemed like he would like to watch a girl eat, to be honest. Oh, tell her I said hi. Hi, Granny. How are you? But I don't know. Personally, I don't know. Like, when I think of places to go, I really like going to I know people talk trash about Applebee's. But the Applebee's near me don't be that bad. Like, I haven't really had too bad of an experience with Applebee's. And y'all see they copying Chili's because they got the ultimate trio. Y'all just copying the 3 for me at Chili's. Hey, yo, Blurmatic, how are you? There's just so much to unpack there. Okay, I would pick Chili's over anything. Or like a local restaurant, because sometimes the local diners here are actually really good. The local restaurants always are much better than the chain ones. It's just the chain ones potentially might be cheaper as far as like getting food. I'm okay, a little hungry, but I'm all right. No restaurants have original ideas. They really don't. Like, it's just like that chicken sandwich. Popeyes came out with that chicken sandwich. Now everybody coming out with a chicken sandwich and it's made almost exactly the same way. And I'm so sorry, but that junk really pissed me off when those Popeye sandwiches first came out because I was just really sitting there like, so y'all just only putting pickles and sauce and a piece of chicken? Where's the lettuce and tomato? Where's the cheese? For whatever reason, they just thought pickles was where it was at. Like, when I tell y'all, I was so disappointed because people hyped up the Popeye sandwiches so bad. And then when I realized it was literally only chicken and pickles, I was so freaking mad because I'm like, so it don't come with no cheese. It don't come with no tomato, no lettuce. And y'all freaking out over this? Y'all really freaking out over chicken and pickle? Don't get me wrong, it do taste good. But at the same time, it's just so wild to me that was like the way people were scrapping and fighting in the parking lot for this sandwich was crazy. That was such a dark time. Applebee's depends on the location. Restaurants bite in other restaurants. Yeah, like Applebee's, it definitely depends on the location because some of them are good and then some of them aren't. And then when they switch the chefs and the waiters and waitresses, it definitely will switch the transition of which Applebee's is good or not. They could have kept the tomato. You don't like tomatoes? You see Popeyes for wrap. Yeah, even that, like, and don't get me wrong, I heard that the Popeyes wrap is actually really good. And McDonald's, the thing that got me about McDonald's was TikTok. I think the McDonald's CEO, he had did a video of him like trying the McDonald's chicken wrap. And when I tell you, he looked so dead inside. Like he looked like he took a bite of it and was like, that's good. It's like you about to throw this whole thing away. You about to throw both of them chicken wraps away. I did like the KFC wrap. Or was it the KFC Snackers? I used to love the Snackers. And I'm gonna get me some of those wedges and the chicken wings. Although people were saying that chicken wings do not taste like what they used to, but they said the wedges were good. Now on a chicken sandwich. Girl, I guess I like tomato on my sandwiches. I used to hate tomato, but as I've gotten older, I like them. Okay, Twister wraps. I used to like the Twister wraps. I don't know what they have now. I haven't been to KFC in a minute. Like I did. Okay, so don't judge me, right? So I think this was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. My husband went out of town and I was like, I don't feel like cooking. So I DoorDashed like 3 days worth of food from KFC. And I was very disappointed. I was so disappointed. Because I had got, so I think I got, the chicken sandwich was good. I actually don't mind KFC chicken sandwich. The sides were good, but I was really disappointed in the nuggets because KFC chicken nuggets, they were small. Like they look like, I don't even know how to explain it, but they were very tiny. And I'm like, y'all could have filled up this whole box for how tiny they were. Tomatoes like ketchup or chili sauce, eat that form unless green fried tomatoes do slap. I've never had green fried tomatoes before. That's on my list. Yes, it was given popcorn chicken. And I'm like, but these are supposed to be nuggets. Why are they so small? I was so disappointed. And I had to force myself to act like it was just so amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. The seasoning, it was good. But I was really disappointed at how much they gave me. I was like, y'all really could have gave me way more than this. And I had to find a snack afterwards. But yeah. Actually, let's talk about some more foods. So recently, I got checkers yesterday after I came back from the doctor, and it was so funny because my husband. So whenever we go to the doctor, we both make the appointment at the same day or whatever. So all we have to do is just make one trip there, and my my husband was talking about how he told the doctor that we don't really eat fast food like that. And he was like, now we in the Checkers line. That Checkers was so freaking good though. Like, I love Checkers mainly because it's cheap. But I don't veer from anything else. Like, Checkers chicken is so nasty to me. But I do like the number one. I get the number one every time with the Coke. Or I get one of their little slushies because the slushies are so freaking good. But yeah, that's probably like one of the cheapest places to go to get a whole fast food meal. And I know Glorilla has a meal there too. Which, I'm sorry, I'm not getting no burger on toast. I could eat that at home. I want the bun. Give me the bun with the meat and the stuff in there. But don't give me no toast. KFC need biopic. Heard Colonel Sanders was a wild man as a fast food train. Was he? The Colonel was an original Mega. He got played for his company. That's messed up. I mean, they did that with a lot of black people, to be honest. And then they really got that old man with that luscious looking hair up there like he owned it. Sold his company for a fraction of the price it should have sold at. They always be trying to get over. You know, it's just like, so this is a little off topic, but it's just like that hair care brand called Miel. So it was black owned, and the woman ended up selling the hair brand, and a lot of people that were black were upset with her about it. But, you know, she was making her money. So what ended up happening was last year she ended up having a lawsuit, I believe, where one of the products, I guess, allegedly was making people hair fall out. And the company that bought the product, they literally ended up bringing her in there. Mind you, she already sold it. Like, the brand is not hers for real no more. They changed the formula potentially on some of the products, and they basically made her come in as the face of the company, acting like and giving an apology, basically making her take up for the error of people's hair falling out. And I was just sitting there looking like, but she don't even own she don't own the company no more. Y'all already bought her out. Why would y'all bring her back for a mistake that y'all did? Chicken tenders tasted weird at Checkers, were good at some point. I do not mess with Checkers chicken at all. I had it one time and it tasted like feet. And I was like, you will never get me again. It tasted like feet and fart. And I was like, you really got me effed up if you think I'm about to spend my money on some fart feet chicken. Do y'all not have Checkers in Cali? Checkers is Rallies. So if you have Rallies, it's Checkers. Like, it's literally the same brand. I'm just saying, they tasted like feet fart, and I ain't got time. Like, that combination is deadly, okay? Why is it that I smell it and I'm getting hit with a waft? Like, no. Okay, yeah, so Rallies is Checkers. Checkers makes a mean banana or vanilla shake. Apple pie also slapped too. It was messy, cinnamon on it. Yeah, like I keep seeing that, but you know, I don't really drink shakes like that because I don't do milk and I don't like fruity pies. So, oh, another place that has a good banana shake though that I actually did try, even though I don't do milkshakes like that, is what is the name of that place? I gotta Google. What is the name of that place? Savvy Sliders. Savvy Sliders has good banana milkshakes. Never again. Listen, I stay away from the feet, okay? Listen, if your chicken is off, I know not to buy that from you. I'll just get a burger. In-N-Out is the best, no contest. I can make In-N-Out at home, so I actually thought about making that a video where I do like an In-N-Out mukbang, but it's really homemade. Because we don't have In-N-Out here. Like I've seen the In-N-Out burgers, they look good, but I'm like, yo, we don't have anything like that here. I mean, we could talk about any type of food, you know what I'm saying? I like me some good eatings, you know? But what else is good? Oh, so guess what, y'all? Oh, Savvy's never tried milkshake. Check it out when I get a chance. Chicken sliders do slap. So at Savvy Sliders, I don't know if they still have the deal, but they had like the milkshakes are supposed to be much cheaper on Tuesdays. I don't know if that's still a thing, but yeah, if you want to get one milkshake from there, because a lot of people say they good, and I actually had it in a banana one. Is actually pretty good. Welcome to Big Back episode 1. Listen, I'm so glad they do not measure backs. Oh my gosh. Like, if I really went to the doctors and they was like, hey, let's measure your back every year, you cannot be serious. You are not about to humiliate me. Don't piss me off. I would be like, that is one test you do not need to do. Like, you can take my blood, you can weigh me. Listen, but measuring my back with a tape measure, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But oh, so this is what I wanted. Oh wait, Savvy up the street from me, live around the land. Savvy's one. Yeah, like they've been popping up a lot in Michigan. I don't know what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong. Actually, let me tell you a story about Savvy Sliders that pissed me off. Now, firstly, I do have to say I did win a giveaway from them. I did a video on my channel where I reviewed them, right? And I was really happy. I was really happy about the fact that I got some free food. I think it was like 16 free burgers, which I was really happy about. The burgers are good, even though it was very much confusion when I went to go pick them up. But luckily, I had screenshotted everything and they gave me my food for free. Now, the first time I had Savvy Sliders, bro, they pissed me off because we ordered combos. Nothing was wrong with the combos, right? But I ordered some onion rings. Now, I can't remember if the onion rings are like $6 or $7, but they're kind of expensive. Why did I open the box? It was 5 onion rings in there, bro. Only 5. And that just pissed me the hell off. Like, I was so mad because I'm like, are you telling me I paid $1 per onion ring? Be self for real. Be self for real. And it was like some of them were kind of big, but $6 per onion ring? Mind you, onions are not expensive. I'm like, what are we really doing here? And ever since then, I don't mess with the onion rings. I was like, you had me hella effed up that time. Absolutely not. one food content. Gotta get like better luck at Dave Buster's. I haven't been to Dave and Buster's in a long time. Yeah, I haven't been there in a really long time. I used to, well, I think I've been to Dave and Buster's like twice in my life. And I enjoyed it, but it's expensive there. But I hear the food is really good there. They really did finesse me with the food. That just pissed me off. And the thing was, I didn't even check the box. So mind you, I'm up here, my mouth salivating. I'm up here, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to try some new food. Get home, put the boxes on the table, open the onion ring box, and it's literally, mind you, the box is literally this big. It's a ridiculously big box. And you giving me 5 onion rings in there? Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Like, that junk really made me bad. But looks like a lot different. Even change how setup is in Dave and Buster's. My younger cousin birthday, still fun a place to go. Food menu is better. The food menu always seemed to be good to me from what I saw. But I'm cheap and on a budget, so a part of me wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese, but I was like, because for my 21st birthday, I actually celebrated it at Chuck E. Cheese, and I had so much fun. It was a good time. Chuck E. Cheese pizza is so freaking good to me, or it used to be good. I don't know if it's good now. But yeah, so I got some good news y'all could be hyped for me about. So this weekend, right? Oh my gosh. Excuse me. So this weekend, right? I'm gonna try oxtail for the first time. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so hype about this junk. But we're gonna be trying oxtail pizza, and I'm gonna try it on camera with y'all. But I'm so hype about it. And yeah, I'll let y'all know how it goes. Because this will be my first time trying oxtail. And I said this was something that I wanted to cross off on my list to eat. And I probably shouldn't have it in the form of pizza, but at the same time, it looks so good. Because I found a TikTok. Because one thing about me, I'm a bookmark a TikTok of food in the area. Sometimes I forget about them. But I was like, this time, actually, my husband was the one that brought it up because we were going to pick a different place, but he was like, yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for that. And I was like, okay, babe, we could do that because I'm supposed to be taking him out on a date this time. It's been a while since I took him out on a date, and I was like, yeah, I should probably splurge on you, especially since I got my little job. So I was like, I'm going to take him out on a date. So we're going to get the oxtail pizza, and I'm really excited. And again, I'll do a video showing y'all what it looks like and me trying it, and I hope it's good. It looked good. I'm excited. Thank you. Oxtail pizza is a thing. Had no clue. Different and cool. Yeah, I didn't know until TikTok because, I find out a lot of stuff on there, specifically the foods. Also, I do have 2 Oreo reviews coming up, and I am so excited because Oreo dropped their Reese collab, and yeah, y'all gonna get that video coming out next week. So I'm really excited to taste that because I know that junk is about to be so freaking good. Chicken Alfredo pizza is one of my favorites. I've never had chicken Alfredo pizza before, but that does sound good. I did have a seafood pizza before, and I did not like it. It made me extremely nauseous. Like, that's probably the close to a chicken Alfredo pizza I've ever had. And the only reason why I say that is because it was, like, really creamy. And I was like, I probably would have liked this better if the sauce wasn't white. Like, if it was tomato sauce, I probably would have liked it. But, what else? So I've been trying so hard. Well, not so hard. Like, yeah. So people have mixed opinions. Like, most of the people I know say seafood pizza is good. I've had it twice, and I've only liked Red Lobster seafood pizza. And the only reason why I liked it was because they did not put a lot of fish on it. Like, it was very sparingly. But I do not like when they do chunks of seafood because that junk makes me nauseous. I do not like. I don't really eat seafood like that, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I don't know. Like, literally earlier today, um, we were watching this video of these people cutting up the crab legs. Like, the crab is alive, and they were just chopping them legs off, and I'm just like, this looks so painful, and I know that crab is just in pain. And I was like, you really don't be thinking about the stuff that animals be going through. Like, they be getting their heads cut off, the chickens. And I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking when I said I wanted to own a farm. I really don't, because I would have definitely became vegetarian, vegan. I definitely would have. Or all the animals would have just been my pets. They really would have, because Oh yes, I had their lobster pizza. Did you like their lobster pizza? Man, leave them crabs. Crabs be fighting back, no lie. They really be fighting for their life, and like, that jump kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. Cause they be really trying to defend themselves, and people just be throwing them in the pot. They just be alive in the pot, just cooking. And I'm like, dang, you ain't even had no chance when they got you in that net. Yeah, the lobster pizza was really good. I liked it too. And again, I like that it wasn't like ridiculously big chunks, because I do not like. That was probably my only time having lobster, but I do not like the chunks. I do not like when they bring you the lobster in its body casing. How about you just throw that away and just leave the meat? Because why do I have to see the bottom bug? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like a roach. And you bringing it to me. First off, you took the meat out and you putting it back in like it's cute. It's not cute. It's not. Like, let me pull up a picture so y'all can understand. Because I really be sitting there like, people be buying lobster at the restaurants, and I really just be like, okay, just leave the lobster. Don't leave the meat, the skin, the shell, don't leave that, because when you take it, it look nasty. And I know my husband, he'll be eating it, and I just be looking at him like, why couldn't they just take the shell off and take it away? Because when I be looking at it, I'm like, it just look like it's about to crawl on me, and and that's probably why I never like lobster. Because I really do not like the way that it looks. At freaking all. Actually, since I don't like the way that it looks, why am I even looking it up? Why am I even looking it up? Crabs and lobsters are sea cousins of roaches, their land cousin. Listen, I don't really be messing with them. Now, shrimp is one roach sea urchin I can get by. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm kind of off shrimp after getting food poisoning, but I like me some shrimp as long as it is deshelled. As long as it's deshelled, I like shrimp. Because when I tell you, I unfortunately, I think it was 2 years ago, I unfortunately made the accident of buying shrimp with the casing still on. So it was like cooked shrimp, but it still had the legs on. And people be doing the seafood boils, and they be having the shrimp with their bodies on. They be eating the crawfish. The heads be on the tentacle, be on the body. And I just, I can't do it. I would be like, please, I know it may be extra work, but take the shells off. Take the little legs off. Because the legs just be like, they just be hanging on there. And I just be like, please take everything off. Take the head off. Take it off. Because if I see it, instantly I'm thinking about bugs. And people just be sucking the heads off of the pause. But no. But people really be like just gnawing on the crawfish heads. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Nose turns up, not the roach. Yes, all three related to roach. The shrimp be tasting like good roach. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But, yeah, I don't know. But let me get back on track though, because I still got three topics. So it says, am I the asshole for thinking about ending my marriage? Not they need a nose turn up emoji. They do though. See, roaches need renamed. Listen, I do not want no bugs looking at me. Behead them, beleg them, betail them. Take all them parts off and then I can eat it. And don't leave no poo in the end, because that's something else that bothers me. When I be like washing the shrimp or whatever, and I see that little black doo-doo in there, and I have to break it off and throw it away, and I'm just like, this make me not even want to eat it. This made me not even want to eat it, bro. But anyways, am I the asshole for thinking about ending my marriage? So this person is a 44-year-old female and the husband is a 51-year-old male. It says, I have been married for 14 years. I'm sorry. Being married for 14 years and talking about divorce is so wild to me. Again, you should set the boundaries, but still. Though we have different hobbies, we have the same parenting style and get along really well in terms of managing the house, the kids, and rarely ever fight. He's very easygoing and goes with the flow. I'm more type A, and we balance each other out well. People be talking about this on like type A, type B and stuff, and I really don't know what that is. Maybe I'll look that up. We could do that actually. Let's look up, what is it? Personality type. Ooh. Type A? AB. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this says. Okay, all right. Yeah, 14 years is a lot. Okay, so it says personality type A is competitive and impatient. Type B is relaxed and easygoing. Type C is analytical and detail-oriented. And type D tends to be pessimistic and anxious, often with high stress levels. All right, so let's break these down. Hi, Taylor. How are you? So it says type A is ambitious, competitive, impatient, has sense of urgency, hardworking, and can be aggressive or hostile. So when I think that's good, I mean, you can sub if you like the content. I would not want to force you. You can sub if you like, though. I appreciate it. So type A reminds me, I'm in the basement right now. But type A reminds me of Monica from Friends. Because she was definitely competitive. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. She was definitely hardworking. She was aggressive sometimes as well. It says type B personality is relaxed, patient, easygoing, less concerned with deadlines, and views life as a journey rather than a destination. Personally, I feel like I'm type B because I am very relaxed and easygoing. I'm not gonna lie, my patience do be wearing thin. Oh, thank you, Taylor. Oh, if you want it, this is a wig, girl. It is, what is it? The Outre Converti Cap wig in Dominican Browns. If you want to get it, you can. Mm-hmm. Is so type C, Smith Diff. I don't know what that is. Type C personality says detail oriented, logical, analytical, strives for accuracy and perfection, and may find it difficult to express their emotions. And for their behavior, it says they thrive in controlled and stable environments. I was like, wait, my finger is. I don't know what's going on either, girl. Thank you. Appreciate you. I like that. My finger itching. I'm gonna have to use that. That's. I cannot. I appreciate you. And then it says type D personality is often experiences high levels of emotional stress and social inhibition, may be pessimistic, anxious, and experience negative emotions, tends to worry and suppress emotions due to fear of rejection. Yeah, what type are y'all? Because like somebody was itching to get blocked. I don't know. People just be kind of, I don't know what the intentions are, But I would say I'm type B because, yeah, I'm definitely easygoing, relaxed, and I for sure view life as a journey. And I really don't be stressed for real. I really don't. Okay, so you're type C, very analytical, detail oriented, logical. I could see that, especially like with the way you go into detail within describing certain topics for your videos. So that definitely makes sense because you do give a lot of detail for your videos. Type C is detail oriented, logical, analytical, strives for accuracy and perfection, and may find it difficult to express emotions. It says their behavior thrives in controlled and stable environments. Type A is competitive and impatient. They are ambitious. They have a sense of urgency. They are hardworking and can be aggressive or hostile. So when I think of type A, I automatically think of Monica Geller from Friends, if y'all have seen that show, because that's who that reminds me of when I think of a type A personality. Type B would probably be Phoebe and Joey from Friends. Type C would probably be Chandler and Ross. Actually, Ross could be type D because he was kind of negative. I don't know why I'm giving y'all Friends references. I'm B with the little A. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like they have so many different types of personality tests. And like this one seems a little bit like cut and direct or whatever. I know every couple years I take the Myers-Briggs test. Maybe I'll do that for a video. Actually, yeah, I will do that for a video sometime this year. Because I think mine changed twice. It's like I've been the same one for the longest, and then I switched it a couple years back, and then I switched again when I took it the last time and went back to what I originally was. So yeah. But okay. A and C is my combination. I could see that. So, okay. It says, I have been married for 14 years. Though we have different hobbies, we have the same parenting style and get along really well in terms of managing the house, the kids, and rarely ever fight. He's very easygoing and goes with the flow. I'm more type A and we balance each other out well. I felt ignored and underappreciated for years. We never go out as a couple, ever, and I felt that he never listens. If I bring it up, he gets frustrated that I expect him to retain every word I say. 2 flashpoints that have been a turning point for me, wanting to maintain our marriage to wanting to leave. He completely forgot my birthday when I turned 42. We went all day and he said not one word. Truly unfortunate. In the evening, I told him it's my birthday, and all he said was, oh, happy birthday. I'm not gonna lie. How do y'all feel about your birthday? Let me know in the comments. Would you like for your person that you are with to celebrate your existence? Like, do something for your birthday. Would you like that? Or are you okay with not celebrating your birthday at all? Like, would you want a cake or a card or a gift? Or would you like, to go out to eat? Let me know in the comments down below if you would like for your partner to do something like that for you on your birthday. Because I know me, I have been in a many situationships as well as relationships where I would be dating someone and they try to downplay celebrating birthdays as well as holidays. However, some of those people, when their birthdays came around, they wanted to be celebrated, which I was like, you got me hella effed up. I like it, but over the years, it's become a regular day. If I had someone, I would want them to do something special. I like the gifts, but also maybe something fun besides dinner. Yeah, see, I like that. Because I was similar as well. Yeah, celebrate birthday can be dinner or cake, even gift, to be honest. Yeah, so for example, before my husband, I almost never celebrated my birthday. I would try to, but normally, like, if possible, I would celebrate it with family. I think the issues I would have is when I tried to celebrate it with other people. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I would want to celebrate it with like a significant other, but it always fell through and never worked out. Literally, my husband is the first person who has actually ever made an effort to celebrate my birthday, like even before we started dating. And to be honest, he made me appreciate my birthday way more, where I actually enjoy and I actually look forward to it. Because before, I kind of did not care that much. I always felt like it was not a good time unless I was with family. But even when I don't know, it's just so different when, how do I say this without making myself look bad? But I used to be very clingy. And to a degree, I am kind of clingy with people I care about, right? And again, when I was younger, I had this issue where I wanted a boyfriend really bad. And I really wanted to have somebody to celebrate with. I know even like tried celebrating with friends, but I don't know. It's like people would be busy or stuff would fall through. And then if I was dating somebody, I used to hate how guys would basically ask me what my birthday is, and then they would be like, well, I'm gonna do this, this, and that for you. I'm gonna get you a gift. I'm gonna take you here. And then when the day comes, they nowhere to be found. Shoot, even the week of, they were nowhere to be found. And I think that's the thing that used to upset me the most, because I'm like, I didn't ask. You didn't have to tell me you were going to celebrate my birthday if you had no intentions of doing so. You know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of my birthdays were more harder on myself. It was because I was told something and then I expected things and then I got nothing. Or they just completely disappeared. Mainly celebrate with my parents, to be honest. Definitely different with family. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I love celebrating my birthdays with family because the food was always great. And depending, they would get me gifts depending, but you know, when you get older, I don't know, like gift giving isn't really the same as it is when you're a kid, a little bit depending on how your family is. I celebrate with family too, but it's mostly the same thing, like eat and cake. Like, I want to do something else. Yeah, like, I remember one year I wanted to try something new. And at the time, I unfortunately had a situationship. And I just wanted them to take me to the movies because I can't remember. It was some movie that came out. I wanted to go to the movies or I wanted to go bowling. I wanted to do one of those two things. And the guy had told me he was going to do that. But then, literally, like 3 days before my birthday, he was just MIA. And I was in so much confusion because I'm like, what happened? And then my birthday come around, crickets. I don't hear anything from that man. And then maybe a week or two passes by and he shows back up like, oh my gosh, like something bad happened to my car. And I'm looking like, you could have still told me something. Like, you could have still spoke with me. You could have at least told me happy birthday. And basically, he made it seem like whatever. And I was like, you're blocked. You're blocked. Because that junk really upset me. Because again, you ask me what I want to do and you make it seem like you're going to do something with me. At the very least, make it up if you're not going to show up. You know what I mean? That was always the issue I had. Because I'm like, I never asked anybody for anything, like as far as somebody that I was trying to talk to at that time. So whenever people offered to do certain things, I would just be looking at them like, why would you offer? You know, it's like, don't say nothing until you have it in hand or like we're actually going to do it. Because I really hated like the false promises. Celebrating friends used to do become so weird now, even certain relatives as well. Right, that's scandalous. It was. That just pissed me off. But anyways, so like when it comes to going to friends gatherings, like now that I'm older and I will say my life has kind of transitioned, like the people that's in my life is completely different from the people that were in my life back then. I feel like now it's different. Like if I want to celebrate my birthday and I tell people, usually they'll show up if they're free. For example, when it comes to my husband's friends and even my friends, if they tell me, well, normally I'll ask. I'll be like, hey, you doing something from your birthday? Your birthday's coming up. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm doing XYZ. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to show up. And whenever I show up, I always bring a gift. Because I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like, even though we're adults, I feel like I should still do that because it's just nice. Now, I do feel like some of my friends feel like they have to give me a gift because I gave them a gift. And I'm like, no, I literally just thought about giving you a gift because I was always taught not to show up somewhere empty handed. But I'm like, if I'm not doing nothing for my birthday, you do not have to get me anything. Like, you do not have to do anything. But some of my friends will just buy me something off my Amazon wish list and I'll just get a package at my door. And I'm like, I appreciate you, even though you did not have to do that. But yeah. Because I remember, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I told my friends, like, hey, I want to go to this bar. And it was a bar that was like a pool bar, so you could play pool, and the food was pretty good. So we had went there, and it was cool, but the service was not as great as it was the first time I had went. But I also have to remember that was like during the pandemic, so it wasn't really nobody in there. But it was a good time for the most part, and I was actually surprised everybody showed up for me. But I also have to remember that I don't really be getting out the house. And people tell me all the time, like, when you do leave the house, we gonna hang out because you rarely get out. So, but, because I will literally see my friends once a year, if that. If that. And that's only because, like, before we used to see each other way more, but how do I say this? It's like, sometimes we'll just plan stuff. For example, I'm supposed to be hanging out with one of my friends 2 weeks from now, but we definitely booked this a whole month in advance to plan stuff. Because I was asking her, like, so when are you free? She told me when she was free. And then I picked a date and she was like, oh, wait, let me change it to this date. I'm like, bet. So that way I know and I can move my work schedule around so we can actually hang out because I do be working on weekends. So, like, I'll make time to hang out, but I'm also like, I don't really like hanging out that often. But I know usually the fall, winter time is when I see my friends way more. Specifically because I don't really like being outside in the summer. I'm gonna just keep it honest. Like, I really do not like being outside in the summer. I do not like the heat. I get sunburned. That junk be peeling my face. I just don't really be messing with it. But the fall season, that's me. I definitely we try to every year go to the apple orchard, and that's always a good time. Or we'll go out to eat. Then it's like, it's some other people's birthday that's around the same time as mine. So we'll probably like go to a ramen restaurant and then do karaoke because we've done that a few times. Or depending, like, we used to host Thanksgiving at our house and have like a Friendsgiving, but we kind of got off of doing that. And we used to host Christmas sometimes at our house too, but again, hosting Friendsgiving and like Friendsmas is very exhausting. So now we're just like, if somebody else want to do it, they can. Normally we're like, if nobody do anything on New Year's, y'all could come over. And we'll probably just play video games and play like Smash Bros, Rock Band, or we'll play like board games, or we'll just be chatting and watching old music videos from the 90s, early 2000s, and just be talking about stuff. And I always like when it's like really chill, because I know we've done potlucks before where everybody brought something, which was, I remember one year 3 people had mac and cheese. Like, when I tell you, I was just like, bro. But regardless, I do appreciate that our friends do be showing up for us when we do go out. And I do feel like it's because we don't really be hanging out like that they will show up for us. And the fact that we show up for them, like, even though we don't have kids, if somebody's kid is having a baby, like a birthday party, we'll always show up. We'll always have a gift. Or if somebody's having a baby shower or something, we'll always show up and have a gift. But again, I don't know. I will say I think things are much different now that we are older because I've never had this experience before. Like, I would hang out with friends before, but again, the what is it? I don't know, the care with how we have our friendships now, it is really nice because I've never had this before. I think it helped too that prior to the pandemic, we all used to hang out a lot. Like we used to hang out practically almost every weekend. Like faithfully, we would hang out. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do miss that because that was just such a great time when we used to hang out every weekend. We would just be hitting up different festivals, going out to eat, going to food trucks. Every now and again, we would work out together, take jogs together and stuff. And it was just a completely different experience. Like, I don't know. I will say my husband opened to me a whole completely different world that I've never experienced before. I've never had this before. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If it was not for him, I would not have did any of that stuff because that was definitely not me. But at this point of our lives, we are definitely more, let's just stay home. But I know we will definitely be going to the apple orchard, and I will try to record a vlog of us being at the apple orchard because the food be so good, so freaking good. We were debating on going to the Renaissance Festival, and I was debating on dressing up, but I don't even know if we actually gonna go to that this year. Knowing us, we probably not this year. Planning ahead really has changed. Stop doing unless no really up to going to events. Yeah, one thing that I've like what that will happen with me is I will plan ahead and then like the week of will come and I really just be sitting here like, why did I plan this? Why did I plan to do this? But I always end up having a good time, even when I don't be feeling like doing nothing. I have a good time every single time. I know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it next year or the year after next, but I want to host a tea party so bad. Except we not really gonna be drinking tea. We gonna have juice and pop, but I'm gonna have like little teacups and stuff. And I really want to host a tea party. I have this one friend. She used to host tea parties every year. She hasn't hosted them in a while, but those it used to be really cool because it was like even though she was the only person that I knew there, it was just a different experience being able to like I'm not gonna say socialize because I was very quiet. But it's just an interesting experience going to stuff like that and like watching and interacting with people because that is something I never thought I would be a part of. And I was like, I kind of want to host my own tea party, but I don't know how that will go. Trust, I get you. Half the time I like to be to myself. Same. Because people are draining after a while. Like, I think you probably have 2.5 hours with me, max, and then I need a nap. And what's so crazy is like when we hang out, I'll tell, my husband will tell me like, if whenever you want to leave, let me know and we'll just get up and go. And normally I don't say nothing, but we'll get in the car and we'll just be talking and I'll be like, man, my social battery is drained. And he'll be like, you too. But then what ends up happening is on the car ride home, we'll just be talking with each other. And then by the time we get home, we hyped up a little bit. And I'll be like, man, I want to go to sleep. And then on the car ride home, it's like, okay, I'm lit. I'm up now. I just needed some time to myself. Adult friendships change for sure. They definitely do. I feel like mine changed for the better, to be honest. Cause before I had friendships or whatever, but I don't know. It just wasn't like the way it is now. Yeah, so at I think it's called Yates Apple Orchard. It's like I think it's like an hour and a half away from Detroit. They have all types of food there. They have a So at Yates, they have a side that's for kids, and then they have another side that's for adults where you can get drinks. And they have like pies, they have cakes, they have different types of donuts. They have all the Apple products. They got a whole bunch of like pickled stuff over there. Um, they had It was a whole bunch of different types of food they had over there. Then they also have an area where you can order food. Like, what did I get? I can't remember what I got. I think I got actually, yeah, I can't remember what I got. I feel like I got a sandwich of some sort, but I know my husband got the Mexican corn. It was some sort of corn something, and he said his was really good. I can't even remember what I had, to be honest. But the food was decent. I remember the food being decent though. But yeah, go to Yates if you feel like driving out there. You could probably go with your parents or a friend, whatever, family. Cuz it was a good time for the most part, but I'm gonna be honest, we were mainly just standing in line a lot of the time and just shopping around because they had so much different stuff there. Like they had so many different types of pies. I think they had like blueberry, peach. A part of me feel like they had sweet potato pies and pumpkin pies there. And they had like I want to say they had milkshakes there too. Like they had all types of food there. So I would recommend going sometime before the end of fall is out. I know we'll definitely be going sometime this year. Well, we might go to Yates. We also might go to Blake's because Blake's is way closer. Blake's has food too, but yeah, Blake's is way closer. Mom did tea party years ago with her lady friends. I was eating crumpets. That's adorable. Like tea parties are so much fun. Like I never thought I would be a person that would like going to a tea party. Don't get me wrong, I don't really care about the tea. But they are just so much fun. Like dressing up and having the little snacks and stuff. Yeah, Apple Orchard, like they really stepped their game up because I do not remember them having all that stuff there. Apple pie is one of my favorites, right along with sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie grew on me. I'm gonna have to try pumpkin pie again. That's gonna be a future video for this year because I don't like the way pumpkin smells. Now, I do like pumpkin seeds, but I don't know if I like pumpkin pie, to be honest. But yeah, y'all know I really be getting off topic. But but yeah, it says he completely forgot my birthday when I turned 42. We went all day and he said not one word. In the evening, I told him it's my birthday and he said, "Oh, happy birthday." I'm not one for wanting all attention on me or a gift or anything, but I do think my husband should say happy birthday and encourage our three kids to do the same. I was so hurt and truly felt invisible. Mom and I had great time at a tea party. I love that. Like tea parties are so nice. I feel like people should definitely host them or try doing it at least once because it can be a lot of fun. Even if it's just like with family, I feel like it is a lot of fun. They said, so this is crazy, right? Listen to this. It says, I learned about 9 months ago that my husband changed our entire investment portfolio to 3 startups. This included my rollover 401k, which had been started over 20 years prior, and old IRA. He made every last cent he had of savings invested in risky startups. Well, one of those companies went out of business, and the other two are on the verge of disaster as well. each worth less than $1 per share. So while we collectively make 500K a year, man, I wish that was me. The amount we have in savings is now less than 200K. I am outraged. He never told me that he did this, nor did he tell me when we lost all our money. When I found out, he said he regretted it and will fix it, but he wants to stop talking about the past and move on. I feel so disrespected and hurt and angry. He's a great dad and means well, but there is no romance, no money, and trust is broken. Am I the asshole for wanting to call it quits? Dang, bro was on Master. Not Master P was disrespectful without wife knowing is a no-no. Yeah, because I'm like, that's mad crazy. So basically, their retirement fund that they've been saving for all this many years, they don't have that much left. And to me, that is absolutely insane, especially if you're making 500K collectively a year. That's absolutely crazy. I would definitely divorce this man because not only are you making decisions without me, important decisions, mind you, you don't even care about me. Like, you're not, trying to celebrate my birthday. You forgetting my birthday. You not even gonna try to make it up to me. That would piss me off. Ain't no way I would deal with that. There's no way because all right, so the next one says, so the person who wrote this, right, important decision, exactly, because you know how pissed I would be to know, like, we had all this money in retirement and now you've squandered our money all away. What are we supposed to do? Because they already taken the Social Security. Like, that junk would upset me, piss me off. But the person who wrote this is a 26-year-old female, and the person they are talking about is a 32-year-old male. It says, my long-distance relationship boyfriend seemed upset I didn't buy him a birthday gift even though he got me nothing. Is this a red flag? Before I read this, what do you guys think? Do you think it is a red flag if someone didn't get you something for your birthday, and then when their birthday came up and you didn't get them anything and they had a problem with it? Do you think that would be a red flag? Let me know in the comments. Because I'm not going to lie. Well, I wouldn't be with nobody that wouldn't give me no gift. Like, that sounds so materialistic, but I like the concept of getting gifts. I was raised on that concept. That is a traditional concept. So if you don't want to do that, then clearly our lifestyle is not going to match. The traditions that I want to extend till I die do not match. So therefore, we're not going to date. Red flag for sure. Well, I mean, I agree. So it says, hi Reddit, I need some outside perspective. I've been in a long distance relationship for a year now. Our birthdays are a month apart. Mine came first when we had only been dating for 3 months. I didn't expect a gift at all. He didn't have any money. I just wanted him to be the first to wish me happy birthday. He did exactly that, set an alarm for midnight, and I was honestly really happy with that. Well, I mean, at least he put in the effort to be the first to tell her happy birthday, you know? It says, then his birthday came the following month. For a whole month before, he kept bringing up this one item he really wanted but couldn't afford. I just listened because my financial situation has been rough as well. I'm the breadwinner of my family since my dad left us with debt and money has been very tight. On his birthday, I wished him happy birthday. His reaction felt kind of disappointed. 2 days later, he asked me directly, so what are you going to give me for my birthday? It's the audacity for me. He said, what are you going to get me for my birthday? I was shocked and said I didn't know. Then he sent me a link about a girl who bought her boyfriend an expensive gift and said she bought her boyfriend something expensive, but my girlfriend didn't even get me something cheap. I'm not gonna lie. This would have been a moment where I would have went off. I would have been like, and your broke self didn't get me anything for my birthday either. At least I'm trying to pay bills. I couldn't be in situations like this. I really could not, because instantly I would just be triggered. Like, you trying to come at me for not getting you an expensive gift? You trying to compare me to somebody else? You didn't get me anything. And yes, if you're broke, okay, I'm broke too, because I'm trying to manage taking care of my family. What's your excuse for being broke? Oh, you don't have one? Well, how about you be broke alone? We're broken up. You're trash. Just trash. Because ain't no way. Super materialistic. Oh, no, he tripping. That's just like, let me tell y'all a quick little story. So, maybe I should say that for my memberships. Well, I'll tell you one different story. So, I remember when I had no common sense, I remember I was dating this guy, and he was a cool guy, you know. He wasn't too problematic or anything. We chatted it up. It was really chill. Nothing too much. But we expressed that we wanted to see each other, yeah? So I was like, well, we can go to the movies, right? Now, he expresses to me that he didn't have any money to go to the movies. So I was like, okay, I could pay for us to go to the movies. Mind you, I was like, let's go to a matinee, because I'm not about to spend no full price on a man. You know what I'm saying? That sounds so bad, but also I'm dead ass. So I was like, let's go to a matinee, yeah? We go, I pay for the tickets. He was like, you are so classy. And I don't know why that just burned my ass. Like, that really just grinded my whole entire ass. Because I was just like, how is this classy? You're giving a little bit broke. You're calling me classy because I bought you a matinee ticket? Anyways, that's beside the point. This man proceeds to be like, so, are we going to get any snacks? What? Are we going to get any snacks? We can't watch a movie without snacks. I'm sorry. Do you have some money you would like to contribute to this date we are on? Well, no, I thought you were treated. I said I would pay for movie tickets. I did not say I was going to pay for snacks, but it's because the snacks was going to cost way more than the movie tickets. I was really sitting there like, you cannot be dead ass. If you wanted snacks, you could have brought some from home. You could have went to Dollar Tree or something. You could have planned ahead, but for you to expect me to spend money on popcorn, to spend money on a freaking slushie, to you to get your own slushie, when I tell y'all, I was just like, bro, I never saw that man again. It wasn't by choice. I'm not gonna lie. My dumb self did try to continue talking. Foolish of me. But yeah, classy, bought movie ticket. What the deuce? Dang, wanted snacks. Too ungrateful. Bro, when I tell you, it was the expectation for me. Because I'm like, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. And maybe he thought because it was a matinee ticket, he was like, well, this is cheaper. Maybe we can get some snacks. I'm like, excuse me, you want me to take you out on a complete date? Because I'm not going to lie, I would have been better off being like, let's go to Subway and get a, at the time they had like a buy one, get one free foot long. I'm like, we could have did that. You know what I mean? But I'm like, you want me to pay for your ticket and the snacks? And the fact that he was expecting it. And I think I had one other guy do that same thing to me where we went out to the movies and we got to the cashier and I'm thinking he's going to pay. He's standing there looking around. I'm in confusion because I'm like, good thing I had some money. And that was one thing I learned very quickly when I was younger. I was like, you always need to have money when you go on a date. Always. Money to cover you, in my opinion. And money to get the hell out of there. Like if something happens as far as like transportation or something. Because when I tell you, man, definitely live and learn. Because that was, I think, the last time I went on a movie date. Because I'm like, why did this happen to me another time where somebody was expecting me to pay? At the very least, I could have paid for myself. Like, I always say that, like, I do not mind paying for myself and doing Dutch. But you want me to pay? I'm telling you, some of these Negroes be acting like bad bitches. They really do. And I just do not understand where this mentality has came from. I don't know if it's been too many women coddling them, too many women like treating them or what. But I was just in so much confusion, like, is this really how we act? Is this really what we're doing? I want to be a bad bitch too. Like, I want to be treated like the bad bitch. And then it's the man that's doing it. Like, complete confusion. I'm sorry I'm cussing y'all, but that really did send me, like, that really rubbed me the wrong way completely, where I was flabbergasted. I did not understand. I really had to sit back like, is this my life? Certain people didn't go to the movies with new begging for food at the movie theater. Crazy work. Crazy. I do not understand it, because again, I'm like, if you want to eat snacks, you could bring your own snacks. You know what I'm saying? Or you wait and eat afterwards. Because that's another thing that I like to do. I'll probably get a slushie or something, and then we'll go out to eat afterwards. But I'm like, you expecting me to pay $15 to $20 on some popcorn? And this is our first date, mind you? No. But anyways, yeah, his reaction felt kind of disappointed. 2 days later, he asked me directly, so what are you going to get me for my birthday? I was shocked and said I didn't know. Then he sent me a link about a girl who bought her boyfriend an expensive gift and said she bought her boyfriend something expensive, but my girlfriend didn't even get me something cheap. That really hurt me. I reminded him that I didn't get anything on my birthday either, and I never demanded anything. I could have compared him to my exes who gave me gifts without asking, but I never did because I don't care about that. When I told him maybe he should just date someone richer, he got mad and said, I don't need material things. But it feels like he does. Otherwise, why bring it up and compare me to other girlfriends? Meanwhile, he still relies on his parents and even gets gifts from them while I get nothing and carry all my family responsibilities. Now, I can't shake the thought, is he just trying to use me financially in the long run? Because honestly, the item he wanted was actually quite expensive in my country's currency. My long distance relationship boyfriend didn't give me anything on my birthday, which was fine. But when his came around, he was disappointed I didn't buy him a gift and compared me to girlfriends who spend big on their boyfriends. I'm struggling financially while he still relies on his parents. Is this a red flag that he might try to use me? Definitely a red flag. Specifically, y'all long distance and he expecting expensive gifts. I would dump him immediately. I've learned from experience, if somebody is a beggar, if somebody is trying to use you and they looking at you expecting things, because I've had a multiple different guys basically say they was gonna do something for my birthday and then didn't do anything, and then when their birthday come around, here they show up 2-3 weeks prior like, hey, my birthday's coming up. No, and I don't care. We aren't even talking. Why are you trying to hey big head me? My big head is gone. Okay, just block. Okay, block. Because this is not it. This is not where it's at. You're not about to use me. And a lot of girls be letting these men slide, in my opinion. Even some men be letting some women slide about using them. And I'm just like, if you clearly see you're being used, set boundaries, or remove yourself if you really don't want to deal with it. So this is the last one, and then I'm gonna probably get off of here. Yeah, former friend promised gift, never got it, friendship ended, becoming too many lies. So, okay. Now, I have been in multiple situations where I've had people say they got me a gift and then they forgot about it. Now, it really depends, because I know in my case, I don't really be seeing people like that, and people will forget. Like, if you told me you got me a gift for Christmas and I'm not seeing you till like May, I could understand if I don't receive that gift. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Some people will say they got you a gift and then they never actually did. They just talking. They want to make it seem like they doing more than they have. It's always so interesting how sometimes people go out of their way to say certain things or to make you feel like, I'm more invested than I am, avoiding the question so bad. Yeah, some people will avoid it and be dodging, and it's like, I mean, why did you say that? Although I've had some friends, like if I told them, yeah, I got you something, and then I just forgot to give it to them, some would bring it up like later. Although I'm not really friends with those friends for specific reasons. But, I mean, if I got it, I'll give it. But the last topic is my bride demanded a $500 gift from all bridesmaids on a 3-week notice. How would y'all feel if you had a friend who was getting married and they basically told you that they wanted each of you to get them a $500 gift? Like, whether they wanted a $500 contribution or what would you do if a friend did that and requested you to give them $500 as a bridal gift? It says, one of my friends is getting married, and the bride sent a group text demanding that all bridesmaids contribute $500 for her dream wedding dress fund. She gave only 3 weeks notice and said it was a non-negotiable. Some of us have budgets, and this feels completely unreasonable. Has anyone dealt with a bridezilla demanding large sums for friends last minute? How did you handle it without causing drama? I would not be her friend. I would flat out just directly tell her, you telling me 3 weeks you want $500 from me? Why are you asking me to fund your dress? You knew when you were supposed to get, when you're supposed to get married. Why are you asking me to fund your dress? You can't ask your parents. You can't ask your man. You're asking me, who you know is on a budget, for $500? And you saying it's non-negotiable? Babes, I'm out the wedding. And to be honest, quite frank, I don't give a damn. I'm off of this friendship because you sound about crazy. That's just like the scenarios where like it was this one viral wedding, I think it was either this year or last year, where the bride and groom had asked people to pay for their plates. If this is a wedding, why are you asking them to spend $200 on a plate? That should already be paid for. And that's exactly why I be looking at people kind of sideways when it's like they want to spend all this money on these weddings and stuff, when it's like, if you can't afford it, don't do that. Or do something within your budget, you know what I mean? But don't be requiring people to spend all this money and then also be getting on social media feeling entitled and feeling mad that nobody showed up. Like, that junk was absolutely insane to me. Like, they literally got on the internet acting like it was normal for people to request money for plates, and then being mad nobody wanted to come to their wedding. We don't have any good friends. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have any good friends? Who requires their friends to spend money on a plate? That's weird. And if that's the type of wedding you want, you pay for it. People don't normally pay for their friend. Like, if they got it, I can understand. But it's like, people naturally, it's not per person, everybody paying for their own plate. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Dang, $500 gift acting like friends or millionaires or billionaires and non-negotiable sounds like scam. Go on vacation. So I could see where you coming from with that, but there are a lot of women who do want like this dream dress, and wedding dresses are very expensive, like super expensive. So I can understand the cost being like substantial. However, my thing is, again, if you have an idea for a dream dress, you need to be talking to your other people, your family, whoever. I don't recommend taking out a loan, but a lot of people do take out loans for weddings, because I think it's mad crazy to ask your friends to contribute to that fund. Like, I could understand if somebody got engaged in January and told their friends, like in February, hey, I really want to get this dress by XYZ. Could you guys potentially help me to get this dress? And then see what people say. But saying $500 is a requirement and is non-negotiable is absolutely insane. We are no longer friends, because why are you requiring me to pay for a dress you only gonna wear once? Girl, get the hell out of my face. Like, I literally just be like, please. I'd be like, I don't want to be a bridesmaid anymore. Same. They should have gotten a cheap dress, not paying for Listen, because I really be looking at people like, you could easily just get a cheaper dress. But again, I know people be wanting certain fancy dresses. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, get stuff within your budget. I don't know what they was on about them paying for them plates, though, because that was crazy to me. Right, so many people doing too much at some weddings, no lie. They definitely do. I've been to a lot of weddings, and don't get me wrong, every wedding I've been to has been very nice, very tasteful. However, some of them we did overhear how much they cost, and I'm just like, for us, that was something we were not gonna do. Anybody who else does it, that's fine, go off. But I could not imagine spending a whole bunch of money on one day. I could understand spending a whole bunch of money for a honeymoon or like for a house, But for a day, I personally cannot. I could not picture myself doing something like that. Once in your lifetime facts. Yeah, that's why I kind of just be looking at people like you're freaking out about spending all this money for an event that's only gonna last like 2 or 3 hours. Mind you, it is an all day event that leads up to it, but at the same time, it's like no. Mm-mm. There's no way. But what y'all about to do the rest of y'all night? Cause I know, I don't know, I don't know what I'm about to do. How many more minutes y'all want? Cause I'm gonna probably be getting off soon. I could do 10 or 15. 5, 10, or 15. Let me know which one y'all want. Cause I could go either way. But yeah, I don't know. People are interested when it comes to big events. Like I was watching, I cannot remember. I think her channel is called Financial Digest or something like that. I'll have to go and look at what it is. Chill, enjoying my off days. Finish watching Wednesday season 2. 15 minutes. Okay, cool. I still have not started season 2. I don't know. I think I kind of got out of wanting to watch Wednesday because they took so long. I don't know what it is, but like when a show is constantly coming on and then when they take too long to come out with the next season, you kind of lose the hype of wanting to watch it. I think that's the issue I'm having with Wednesday. Okay, you off work, love to see it. Ain't nothing like taking off work. But yeah, I don't know what it is about the way people spend money on these big events. That's the problem with Netflix. They take too long. They really do. Like, I'm okay. So I don't know if any of y'all watched The Witcher, right? With what is his name? He was Superman. What is his name? Henry Cavill or whatever. I was really invested in that movie, but when I found out that Chris Hemsworth's brother Miley X is supposed to be taking over the role because Henry Cavill left, I was just like, I kind of lost interest, but I was still kind of invested after I saw the trailer, but then they kept pushing back when the new season was coming out. So now I'm like, do I even want to finish watching this show? Season 2 is actually really good, like did Wednesday Brother in the series. Yes, Netflix do take forever. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. Yeah, I was really sad about that, but I know he wanted to stick to the script because I think he was supposed to be killed off, but they decided to still keep him in there. But yeah, I but yeah, I was watching this YouTube channel. Chris Fam are talented family of actors. Yeah, they are. Well, I haven't seen anything with his brother. I just know he was married to Miley Cyrus and he was a whore. That's all I know about his brother, that he did Miley Cyrus dirty. But it's this channel I watch and she basically does breakdowns of like different financial things across pop culture and stuff. Like she did a video about I guess bad financial advice that she got from watching Sex in the City and stuff like that. But she had did this video recently about how, what was it? She was saying how influencers and content creators basically do not know how to spend money. Like they'll be spending money on the next product they see back to back to back to back, just spending spending outside of their range, outside of their budget, or what is it called? Living beyond their means. And so many people be going into debt, having all this credit card debt, trying to be influencers and content creators. And it's like, if you're not planning and prepping and trying to figure out ways to get your money back, then you're going to be broke. And that's why so many people are talking about influencers getting 9-to-5s, going back. And I'm like, sure, but at the same time, I still think it's very oversaturated. Like, it's too many people trying to be influencers and content creators, and there are not enough good ones, in my opinion. Like, people will definitely get on and just throw up anything. And again, that's like me, okay? So I have a lot of content that I will just throw up, okay? And I really don't be caring because I like the content for me. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it. But then there are other people where they specifically are trying to make the money and they think their content is great. And it's like, girl, your entire account, you have 800 videos and you are in a bonnet and you aren't talking about nothing. Or you constantly are spending money trying to influence people into buying stuff that people have already influenced people into buying stuff, and it just seems like it's more regurgitated infomercials now at this point. I used to love infomercials. What was your favorite infomercial? Some go above beyond means to live life. Yeah, they definitely do. And it's so fascinating to me how people be comparing and be, trying to be influencers and content creators and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like people want things to happen for them, but it's a combination of like they aren't being themselves or like trying to actually help people. They're just trying to make money. Reminds me of Guy's 20-second cheeseburger review video had nerve, 1K subs, no substance or dialogue. Yeah, like people do reviews on products, but sometimes they're not good reviews. Like, it literally just gives you read this information off the box. Like, you have not actually tried this product at all. That's what it gives a lot of times. That's kind of why I feel sideways about some people who do sponsorships, because it's like, you haven't tried this product at all, but you're preaching just reading off the box at this point. And I get you want to make money or you want free product, but at the same time, it's like you kind of lying to your audience because you haven't tried it out for yourself or you haven't, tested it long enough. That's why, for me, I always do first impressions and then I do updates so people can know, like, if something is worth it or not. Get connected for free with Education Connection. I used to love that joke so bad. It is giving fake. Told content creator cheeseburger on YouTube, bro, gotta do better behind the scenes. You really be so direct with it. Like, I normally don't be telling people unless like I knew them in real life. And even then, I really don't be liking giving people actual like advice about stuff because people don't like constructive criticism. Like, if I'm being completely honest, people do not like you telling them they're doing something wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a way you have to go about doing it. For example, I have had people comment on my videos like, oh, you should do this, or why did you do this? Like, I remember when I first started adding memes into my videos, like sometime last year, somebody basically was cussing me out saying I need to stop doing the memes and it was doing too much or whatever. And it was like too quick or whatever. But the way they said it made me annoyed. So I didn't listen to them. But when somebody else said it in a different way that was more like kinder, I took the advice and I reevaluated it and went back and watched the video. Like, you know what? They were right. It's just the delivery that I did not like. So I started working on the way that I place my memes now. And now it looks much better. And every now and again, somebody will give me advice. And I'm like, that's cool. That could be helpful. But then there are other times where people be overstepping their boundaries where it's like somebody could say something about a wig I'm wearing. Your wig effed up. I didn't ask you. This is all I have. Like, that was one thing I did not like when some people would talk about the hair, because I'm like, man, this is how I know I need to get a new wig. This is exactly how I know, because that junk is so embarrassing. Like, even my mom, y'all, I remember one of my wigs was looking real raggedy, and my mom had called me after I posted the video, and my mom was like, Jasmine, I'm gonna need you to get rid of that raggedy wig. She was like, it looked like rats had just been sucking on it. I'm like, what? When I tell you, bro, I was just like, and I do appreciate my mom, because my mom definitely, like, she definitely gave me advice where she was like, okay, you could do this differently. Or I remember a few times she was like, your delivery was boring. And I'm not gonna lie, that junk kind of hurt my feelings. But then when I was realistic and looked back, I was like, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. It was boring. I mean, it could have been rude, but it wasn't at all. That true turned out bad. Depends how person say it. Real talk. Yeah, it really does. Right? Some people be saying stuff I mean, just unsolicited words. They really do. It's like it's no tact sometimes. So it's like sometimes you might get offended, but if somebody mentions it in a different way, like, oh, you could do this way, I think this would really help your channel. Because I've had some people do that to me, and I would be like, okay, that is helpful. That's why that girl got blocked earlier. I don't even know what she was asking about, to be honest. Like, I know she asked about the hair, and I told her about it, but then she said some other words, and I was like, I don't know what that means. And they didn't explain either, so I was just like, whatever. Advice can be good or bad. True, Rose. Some people be mean on YouTube. Yeah, like some people definitely can give either or. Moms are too honest. Your mom is funny. She alright. Like, I see where you get it from. Yeah, she funny sometimes. Sometimes she funny. My phone died on me. You really would show up when it's almost time for us to go. Anyways, she was trying to say, can you try something different with your hair? That's why she got the finger itching. Oh, is that what she was saying? Listen. Oh, like shape it? Nah, I wasn't about to do that because y'all not about to see my cap. Oh, you're fine. I'm just messing with you, bro. But yeah, my phone disloyal to me. It be like that. That's why you gotta watch the battery. He missed half the party. Half? It's almost time to go. But yeah. Like, what else? So my mom has told me some other things about my channel where I was just kind of like, damn, I didn't ask for your opinion. And that's why that's one of the reasons why I do not tell anybody about my YouTube channel. I really just be like, if you find it, you find it. Because I remember one of my friends last year, So her boyfriend does YouTube as well. And I was telling her, like, well, he should get into doing affiliate links because that would be good for making extra money on his channel, right? Because I was like, I do that and it helps me to make some extra money every now and then, right? My friend was like, you got a YouTube channel? Let me see. No. No. She was like, B, why won't you let me see your channel? And I'm like, absolutely not. No, that's my safe space. We're friends. I'm here to say, yes, yes. But there are things that I talk about on here that I wouldn't necessarily talk about with you because I know you're not interested in those things. So why would I have you come subscribe to me? Because, a lot of people who don't do YouTube, they don't really be getting it. Because I will explain, like a lot of people be like, well, not a lot, but some of my friends will be like, yeah, I really want to follow you or subscribe to your channel. And I always have so many, I get really bad anxiety whenever they tell me that. Cause I'm just like, why you want to see what I'm doing? Why are you being nosy? You don't need to know. Well, what are you doing over there? It's like I'm so mysterious and they so curious. Oh, that is another t-shirt. I am so mysterious and they are so curious. Clever. Why am I like this? Something wrong with me, y'all. I am so mysterious. I am so unserious. I am so mysterious. And they stay curious. That's another thing that I don't like. So, where was I? Yeah, I was definitely like, nah, because ain't no way y'all about to be seeing my channel and judging me. Nope, some people don't get it. You can be more free on here. Exactly. Like, I have the freedom to really be me. And don't get me wrong, some of my friends, I'm like this all the time. Like, the way I talk to y'all in here, my delivery is the same. If you really know me in real life, the delivery is the exact same. However, there are some other people, I think it's the topics too, because it's like they'll be like, oh, I just don't like the idea of people binge watching stuff and then being like, and this was an issue I had with my mom, right? So one thing my mom does that, again, I mentioned this before, she will literally call me on the phone when I drop a video and watch it and just be holding the phone like, oh, that's so funny, Jasmine, you're funny. I didn't like that. Like, why would you do that to me? Now, I'm literally sitting here holding the phone thinking I'm about to talk to my mom and aggravate her. But now you're making me anxious because you're watching me and, like, I don't know, giving me feedback in real time. Like, that junk is so weird to me. Then it's also the fact that she be quoting me. And my friends already quote me enough as it is. Like, and again, I say stuff, but I'm dead ass. And people be thinking I'm being funny, and I'm not being funny. I'm serious, but I think it's the way that I say stuff because people will say, you sound like a kid that's not supposed to be cussing. And I'm not, and I'm just like, whoa, why am I getting this energy? Personally, I don't think I sound like a kid that shouldn't be cussing, but that's how people hear me for whatever reason. I don't know, but people will be mimicking like stuff that I say or like stuff I've said, and I don't like that. Like it gets to a point. where I'm just like, you really about to quote back something I said 5 years ago? Yeah, you don't need access to my YouTube channel. And the main reason I say that is because, unfortunately, I have had a variety of quotables, which I'm not gonna lie, I should probably go back and watch some of my videos because that could be shirt ideas. But yeah, I just be talking and yapping, and I don't know, it irritates me if someone quotes me back to me multiple times. Cause my mom does that. She'll be like, okay, there was this one specific video I did. It was a magnetic lash video. I'm not gonna lie, the video was funny, but my mom always talks about how my eyelash was falling off the bone, and I was like freaking out about it. And she always quotes that to me. Always. And I just be looking at her like, okay, girl, that video was a whole year ago. Could you find something else to focus on? Like, true, some people don't get it at all, not in the shoes of the YouTuber. Yeah, people don't really be getting it. Like, they'll be thinking, oh, I'm subscribing to you, that's helping. And I'm like, no, if you're not watching anything, it's hurting me. Like, they don't get it. You so private. I am private. I am definitely a very private person. That's why y'all don't know too much about me. Like, even when it comes to my birthday, a part of me feel like I told y'all my birthday at some point, but that's not going to be common knowledge. Like, I will never disclose my exact birthday date because y'all know people be crazy. And I do not want nobody being able to look up information and find me. Like, I really be thinking, I'm like, I am so delulu because I really be thinking years down the line, potentially, I'm not going to say I'm going to blow up on YouTube, but I do feel like years down the line, I will have more people following me, but I don't want to get like, as you grow, sometimes you get exposed to weirder people. And I don't ever want it to be a situation where somebody could be like, oh, I could find your birth date and I can track you down. Like, don't piss me off. Don't do me. You know what I mean? So just know I have a birth date coming up. And if y'all ever want to get me a gift, I like money. And hopefully I will have my memberships and stuff. Because I'm not expecting no gifts. Like, I never expect gifts. But if y'all ever just want to be on the memberships, y'all can when I actually get them, because I will be reacting to Moesha for the most part. That'll be what I'll be reacting to weekly, and then I'll have other stuff on there. And the more juicier stuff, like the dating stories. Because I have a couple of those where it's like I would never share those with the public at all. Jazz out here spitting bars. You know how I do. I wanted to be a rapper. Call me J Nasty. I am so serious. Anyways, yes, gotta write those ideas down. When they come to me, you and me both. I am hungry too because I did not eat, and I'm so glad that my stomach did not growl at y'all like a lion, because normally it does. Jazz dropping your debut album. So, I asked my mom and I asked my husband, I was like, would y'all support me if I was going to come out with my rap album? And they looked at me in confusion. Like, don't embarrass yourself. And I'm like, just let me be a one-hit wonder. I could come up with a little dance or something. I could come up with a little dance, and then I would be good to go. You know what I mean? If I could just channel my inner soldier boy, it would be okay. But yeah. Spicy Korean sound good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just get some Popeyes. Popeyes is always good when the line isn't long. Maybe because of your calming voice. I do sound chill. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do sound chill. I haven't had Wingstop in freaking forever. Every time I have Wingstop, it look old. And it could just be the ones that I went to. They must have changed the way they cooked it, the way I could tell you some stories. You can always tell me stories because I'm nosy. Mama got her favorite videos, to be honest. She does. Like, I appreciate her for being supportive. My mom be telling me, like, you shouldn't be talking about this guy or that. So he was a bat? I can't see what that is. Yeah, you do have to be careful about what you share sometimes. Yeah, people weird. I don't think you did. Oh, your mom watch your video. She does occasionally. Like, she'll be like, oh, I didn't get a notification for your videos. I'm like, I know you did. I know you did because you brought it up to me that you did. You just didn't click on it. Or I remember one time she was like, oh, I got your notification for a video. Oh, I'm not going to watch that. That's too long. That's crazy. So you telling me you're not going to watch my video because it's long? Support me, mother. I came from your loins. All you got to do is just press the play button. She really be playing in my face. But I love my mom. She my best friend for the most part. Bet I'll be your first member. I appreciate you. I'm not begging y'all to be members, but if you so do choose to do so, appreciate you tenfold. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great gift to give you. I'm not gonna lie. It would be. Because that would get me towards the first one. And I even say this, y'all don't have to stay a member. Like, if you don't want to stay a member, you don't have to. But at some point, if you choose to do so and have the change, you can be a member for 99 cents. That's how those infomercials be. But, because I'm not going to lie, I do look forward to when I get there. Ooh, I got gas. Oh my gosh. But anyways, as I was saying, I don't know, it's just an interesting experience creating content for free. But you gotta have the love for it. Yes, J Nasty. Jazz hit him 90 vibe commercial for album Soulja Boy dance rap on like in early 2000s. I would love to create a dance of some sort. It looked old that the way it did it. Watch me, you crank that Soulja Boy up in it. Watch me crank it, watch me roll, watch me crank that Soulja Boy. This. Okay, it wasn't bad. Because I was really sitting there like it's blending in with my hoodie. Wingstop is overrated. You need to try Wing Fellas. I've never heard of that before, Wing Fellas. I woke up to you saying my mom is my best friend, Drew. Yeah, that's my girl, gang gang. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's some things I wouldn't tell my mom. She knows mostly everything, though. Your girl is tired. I understand, girl. Go ahead, go to sleep. I feel it, because the days be long and a nap be needed. But also, full-time sleep is needed, Don't do me, but there have been many a times I had to mute. Girl, we be knowing when you be farting sometimes. Is that what you talking about? Because I know I be gassy all the time personally. So it just is what it is. It's just a little IBS. I'm joking. I don't have IBS. I went to the doctor and my results actually were good. I was actually very surprised. But I am lactose intolerant though. So yes, how's it going, T Berries, Spartacus? Okay, not too much on me. Not as you grimy. Uh okay, fine. There's been a couple times. Yeah, because I would say, listen, better out than in. You know what I mean? I remember one time I had some horribly bad gas. And when I tell you, it felt like my chest had come undone. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just felt like it welled up in my lungs, as if to say, the fumes shall spread about themselves. And I was just like, oh no. Do I have to burp? Or as my mother used to say, well, grandmother used to say, up, Chuck. Very uncomfortable. A bit tired, but I'm happy tomorrow is Friday. Same. I am so glad it's the weekend, truly. And I don't have to work this weekend. Yeah, I don't have to work this weekend. So I'm really excited. But yeah. But I'm looking forward to that oxtail pizza. I am so excited about that, y'all. I know that junk will have to be so freaking good. So freaking good. And yeah. Also, so I'm going to do at some point in time in October, I'm gonna have a cosplay live, but I'm still debating on what my costume is gonna be, but it's gonna be early. I'll let y'all know when I do that live, but I will be dressed in cosplay. I'm still debating on what character I'm gonna cosplay though. But yeah. I'm kind of excited, but thank you. Yeah. I'm still debating on what I'm gonna dress up as. And to be honest, I may make that a quarterly thing where I dress up in cosplay on live. Cause it's a couple of them I would be cool with doing where I feel like it would be funny and like fun. But yeah. Thank you. I also did move my live stream around because I think your birthday is gonna be on a Thursday. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go live that Thursday. I was originally supposed to go based on my schedule. I'm not sure if you wanted to go live on your birthday. Cause who knows? You may get a super chat. But yeah. But you should do Storm cosplay. Rarely see people do it. I actually did a Storm cosplay years ago. I just don't have it posted on this YouTube channel. I don't even think I could probably pull it up. Jasmine's is coming up, and then mine is coming up. If I had more time off, I would have took tomorrow off. I feel you. I try to save up any time I got for the holidays. Because I don't be wanting to work. Love the wink. Do it again for the gray hair? You mean Storm? So this the thing. I don't really really like the picture because I use hella filters on there. Like that was during my filter era, and I don't really like the way it looks. And I don't have that costume anymore because your girl gained weight. So yeah, I had to get rid of it. I may do Storm again though, because I did want to do the what was it, the X-Men, the 90s cartoon, like the actual 90s cartoon where she wore the white outfit. So I think I might do that one. Yeah, same here. Don't want to be working during the holidays. Absolutely do not. Like, I just want to be chilling at home for the most part. But yeah. Are y'all gonna be dressing up in October, like wearing a costume or anything? Cause I normally dress up for me. Even if I don't go anywhere, I dress up. That would be dope. 90s version of Storm. I always like that version the best. Um, yeah, that's probably been my favorite one. Are you doing Vlogmas for the holidays? I don't know. I really don't know. Cause if I do it, I'm gonna probably start recording next month. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so don't judge me. I'm about to show y'all something real quick, and I know y'all probably some of y'all probably gonna judge me, but we still have our tree up, so cause if I would have did Vlogmas, I literally would have did like putting the Christmas tree up, but we have literally not taken that tree down in like 2 or 3 years. So yeah, like I don't really know if I'm gonna do Vlogmas. If I do, it'll probably be a weekly Vlogmas if I end up doing it. I usually make a costume out of my clothes, don't really go anywhere. Oh, so you do like closet cosplays then? I like doing closet cosplays because they're easy to do. And like you said, you could use whatever you have in your closet. I need to purchase Wally West costume. Other retired shoes and zipper came apart. I haven't seen. Why did my mind? So you said Wally West. You're talking about the Flash. I was thinking about Where's Waldo. Like instantly, what came to my mind was the red and white striped shirt and the circle glasses and the red hat. Like I was not thinking about. Like for some reason, my mind instantly went to Where's Waldo. I don't know why. Just ahead of the game. Listen, I have not touched that tree since the bat been down here. Like, I don't know if he was in there hanging out. Like, if we ever get another tree, we just gonna toss this one away whole. Jazz gonna throw Halloween ornaments up for the tree. No, at my job. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. If you do the 30 days of content, you can do holiday movie reactions and fall food reviews. So here's the thing, right? I would definitely be down with doing a whole bunch of movie reactions, but that junk be taking me too long to edit. Like, so currently I am editing my Set It Off reaction, and I give y'all a heads up. I am reacting to the complete Twilight series this month into next month. Since Twilight is supposed to be coming back to movies next month. Because I was obsessed with Twilight. But yeah, I'm going to be reacting to that. But it just takes very long for me to edit those reaction videos. Like probably 20 plus hours sometimes to edit those because I'm doing too many cuts and then adding screen caps from the movie. Then I'm trying to add memes to like make it entertaining and stuff like that so I don't get copyright, since I'm basically giving a summary while like also doing the movie. It would be completely different if I could do movie reactions like other people do, where they basically just literally put the film, like the whole film on the screen and just let it play. But I'm like, I don't want any issues with copyright. And then also, I don't know, I just like the way I do my movie reactions so much better, because when I will say movie reactions are like my worst and also favorite content to create, because it's like the editing part pisses me off, but the end result makes me so happy. And those are the ones that actually do the best on my channel. Like, any reaction I've done for the most part has been my favorite, and people normally like those, but it's just too time consuming. Cause again, I'm like 5 or 6 reaction videos behind. Um just because I haven't really feel like making them. But yeah. But I am gonna be also reacting to Mean Girls too. Um sometime soon. But yeah. Still need to see that story time of that bat. When I tell you, girl, never again. When I say I'm traumatized, the way I be moving at night, like I'm about to go take my dog out after I get finished with this, you can never be too safe. Cause I really don't want to have to relive the bat coming in the house ever again. Terrifying experience. Jazz does longer movie reactions, really dope process behind it. Thank you. And I really appreciate when, y'all let me know y'all like them, because it does help me. I don't know, like it makes me feel better when I put all that time into it and then people tell me like they enjoyed it or they liked it or y'all like it, whatever. Because I know I've had some people share some of the reactions in groups on Facebook. And I'm like, that's cool, thank you. Sometimes I worry if it hurts it, but so far I don't think it does. I think people actually really be watching them all the way through for the most part. So, right, that scares me. Like, how can they do that without copyright? I think they don't be caring, because a lot of those channels that do the full like movie reactions and had a movie in there, it looks like most of them have Patreon. So I feel like a lot of them just make money through Patreon for the most part. I think you and Rose really creative approaches comes to movie reactions. Yeah, we do. Thank you. That's understandable. That's why some of the bigger YouTube stars have an editor. I can't wait for y'all to get to that level. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I would ever have anybody touch my channel. I don't know. You know, I know people talk about having editors and stuff, and it would be different, I guess, if I didn't do the memes. Like, somebody would have to have a similar sense of humor to me when it comes to like editing. Specifically when it comes to like meme placements and stuff like that. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like even if I got bigger, I probably would still edit my videos myself. And that's something I cannot stand. I cannot stand when people be in my inbox like, I see you do YouTube. Who edits your videos? Mind your damn business. I don't need no help. And you look like a scammer. You scam people. Cause the thing that be getting me is like, people really be sliding in there like I'm an editor. I'm like, where are the videos you edited since you got your degree? You think you know everything. Where are the videos at? You have none. You're a scheming scammer. But anyways. Yeah, me too. I like editing. I like the finished result of editing. I won't say I like editing per se. I like when I'm done with it and then I realize, oh, I did that. Like, y'all should see me. I be so proud of myself when I finish editing something and I watch it through and I just be sitting there laughing like, oh, yes, you did that. Like, I really just be so cackling to myself about the way something turned out. Because usually I be proud. Now, the vlogs, I really don't care about the vlogs that much. But if it's something else, I'm usually happy about how the editing turned out. Now, I don't want editors, don't think fully trust someone else, edit my videos, no thanks. That too. Or the factor of what if they take some of the clips out and they use it and post it somewhere else? You know what I mean? I'm so suspicious. Editors don't even be having videos or no resume at all. They don't. They just be like, give me money. Why? I see nothing that you offer. Trying to scam you out your coins. They really do. Like, you just made a profile yesterday and you talking about, can I help you? Help yourself. Help yourself. Make you some sort of website or something, because you're talking about, can I edit for you, and you have no, like, I can't see anything that you've edited. Is crazy. Is this how you apply for jobs? Like, I just be in so much confusion, man. Like, it really gets me sometimes. I just always block them now. Because I used to entertain them like, no, I edit my videos myself, but then they'll start hounding me like, hey, oh, you do? Well, I can offer and help you. No, you can't. You can't even help yourself, because why are you talking to me? I don't even have that many views on my channel. Why are you even talking to me? You think I need an editor and my views are low right now? And yes, I am clowning myself, but as I said, the fact still stands. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope I reach a point where I can just consistently get like 600 views a video. That would make me ever so happy. Like, where I just post a video and every time it's at least 600 views, because then I'm like, well, to the right audience, not like to anybody random, you know? That would just make me feel so accomplished, though. And if I ever got 1K views a video, that's another reason why I always shout out my playlist, because you never know how far in the future like stuff could go. And I've been setting a playlist for the longest where I've tried to shout them out in most of my videos, but I would just want to reach a point where like a couple videos do well and then people go back and binge watch other playlists or like other videos. That's why I always like try to shout them out, so that people hopefully will want, because sometimes people will go back and watch certain videos if I shout them out and I can see it like, okay, but it really be given web, like literally a board with a whole bunch of webs connecting. Like, that's literally my channel at this point. Scammer era alive and well. Unfortunately, yeah, it is. Definitely possible. Yeah. I be trying to be positive, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is very hard when it comes to doing YouTube. Again, I really appreciate y'all in the community and that y'all are a part of my community and we interact with each other on a regular basis, because I think this junk is so freaking cool to me. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if I did not have like regular you guys, like normal people to talk to, I feel like I probably would have quit YouTube. Because it's just, I don't know, it hit different when you can actually communicate with people or you have people that actually care about your content to a degree. Or like people that actually want to chat with you. Yes, like I really do appreciate y'all, because it is really nice to you know. Because I remember the first time I did a live stream, man, I showed up here and I was talking to myself, and I literally thought somebody was in there watching me, and I completely forgot I had my tablet on, and I was like, wow, I was all hype. And I was watching myself. I feel where you getting at. Yeah. I've been there, almost quitting YouTube years ago. Oh, you did too? That don't even sound like something you would have did though. Like, that's actually surprising to me. Cause I know I wanted to quit multiple times, but I would always come back to it. And I just like creating though. Like, I like making stuff. And it is definitely much better that I'm doing it now than back then, because if I would have started YouTube back then, I probably would not have been able to handle it at all. Yeah, I definitely went over 15 minutes. But yeah. Also, I got the free trial of High Dive because the code, I guess, ran out. What you mean, wake up? You ain't even been in here for real. Coming at me. Huh. I still gotta eat anyways, grimy. Since you think you know everything. Especially when you be up there and Jasmine live, and then you be taking the number one top spot. Like, you think you better than me? You think you better than me? Cause you not. I do be blinking a lot. True, I almost know what enjoying doing this not going. Yeah. Yeah, it is enjoyable doing YouTube. It's just when you start overthinking things. I'm better. Listen, don't make me I can't even be hard for real. I really be trying. Like, I be wanting to be so serious. Like, I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I can't even do it. I can't even do it. 20 more minutes is crazy. 11:35. I thought you said you was tired, T-Berries. Did video on High Dive. Tried again, didn't care for it. Crunchyroll spoiled me. Yeah, Crunchyroll is definitely much better. But it's a couple of shows on there that I do want to binge watch. I'm gonna probably end up paying for the subscription for like 2 or 3 months, depending how often. But I definitely, Crunchyroll is probably my top streaming service this year, to be honest. Admit what? Cause you not better than me. Her grandma told me hi first. Let me stop. Crunchyroll got deals on manga and DVDs, even tickets. Oh, I didn't know they did tickets. I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna lie. I would go get something to eat, but I don't need y'all watching me devour food for real. I'm gonna just eat late. And I gotta catch up on my stories because I think it's like 3 shows that I need to watch. And then it's some other YouTubers I gotta catch up on content. Like, I gotta catch up on yours, Blurred. I gotta go through Jasmine's membership content because it's a couple of videos on there I was really interested. really interested in. I was looking at yesterday. Do you smack? So this is the thing. I smack with my jaws closed. My jaws are very thin, so it sounds like I'm smacking, but my mouth is closed. So, but I do not smack outwardly. Yes. Cause I know like my husband literally be staring at me sometimes and he'll start laughing. Cause he's like, that is so crazy that you sound like you smacking, but your literal mouth is closed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. But I swear I think it's a cricket down here. But I know they probably just outside because I'm not about to trip about it. I'm not about to trip about it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But yeah. But I was so thankful that my blood test, my blood work came back. Cause like I got like I went to the doctor yesterday and surprisingly they sent me most of my blood work back very freaking quickly. And the only thing I had to wait for was like my STI, like HIV stuff, because I still get tested. Like I still recommend people get tested. You know what I mean? I feel like people don't really be doing that, but I still get it done because there's some stuff that's like dormant or whatever. So it's just good to do it. But yeah, everything came back okay. And I was actually surprised that I don't have high blood pressure because I eat a lot of salt. And then I was also kind of surprised I wasn't pre-diabetic because I do be drinking pop and juice a lot. I confess, used to eat in my live streams years ago, deleted them. I would eat in my live streams, but it's like certain things I wouldn't eat. Cause when I eat my tuna fish, it's messy. Cause I eat with crackers. So I'm gonna want to like dig in and I don't want y'all watching me because I know it's gonna get messy. I know it's gonna get messy. But if I was like eating something real simple, like an apple or like some actually I probably wouldn't eat no fruit. Cause I don't want y'all to see me slobbing. I mean like Cause for example, like if I eat a plum or something, the juices the juices come out. Okay. And I don't want y'all to be like, being weird. Like, so I'm like, I might as well just do that off camera. You know what I mean? Leave it to the husband to do the call outs every time. It never fails. I could be doing something real simple and he'll call it out. And I'm just like, we didn't have to acknowledge it. We didn't have to get at any energy. We really did not. I smack when I'm loaded and I don't notice. Loaded? Now, do you mean like the food is loaded in the plate, like loaded potatoes? Or do you mean like, you know? I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by loaded. I used to eat on my lives in the past. I don't mind eating on the lives. It's just certain things absolutely would not. Smack, smack. People didn't. Chicken marzala and mashed potatoes or burgers. I need to try chicken marzala. I still haven't tried that yet. Like, okay, so I did mukbangs where I would eat, but like I normally be talking about stuff when I do my mukbangs. And also, I also noticed that when I do mukbangs and I'm like eating and talking, I get fuller way quicker. So I usually plan those out a certain way. I haven't did a mukbang in a while. And one of the reasons why I kind of stopped doing mukbangs was because I would get weirdos. There's a special audience that enjoy watching people eat during their live. Yeah, like, so for example, I like watching specific mukbangers, and I only like watching them because they talk about stuff. Or because I'm nosy and I know they're going to share details about their life at the end, but I just fast forward. But like the last time, well, it wasn't the last time, but I did a couple mukbangs and I was kind of annoyed because somebody gonna comment on one of the videos and they were like, actually, they commented on multiple videos. I don't remember if it was the same person, but I know I had at least 3 guys comment on my videos like, next time you do a mukbang, can you zoom in on your mouth? You're a weirdo. You're a widow and you're blocked. That's not what this is for. So that kind of made me not want to do mukbangs no more. Like, how about no? Certain mukbangs make dope videos and even eateries in your state. I don't know why you laughing. People be weird. People be so freaking weird. And I don't be having time for it because no. I remember I had an ASMR channel. That's what it was really given, truly, food corn. But I remember I had an ASMR channel and it was actually doing really well. But then I realized, you know what? I don't want to do this because, again, I realized some people were weird. Like, they would have specific requests and I would just be like, yeah, I don't want nobody janking off to me. That is not what this is for. I told you, special audience. Yes, very special. Yeah, I had an ASMR channel and it actually did really well considering I didn't post that many times. But I will, no. I would still probably do random ASMR content just to be funny. But yeah, the request that they were giving me, no. How about you find somebody on OnlyFans to do that for you? Because that's not me. Hit it on the nail. But yeah. But I do need to make a dentist appointment. I am dreading going to the dentist. I feel like they're gonna be like, you got cavities. T-berries. I'm gonna have to go in there tonight and see what y'all talking about because I didn't go on it yet. I just bookmarked it. I just bookmarked it. Yeah. Whenever somebody asks me a ride request, like I've had some people ask me requests for certain food. Depending on what it was, I would do it. But I also try not to do fast food too often. But fast food is normally what got the views when it came to mukbangs. And I was doing everything mostly homemade for the most part. So I would just do like, for example, I did a McDonald's mukbang, but basically it was me making a homemade like Big Mac or quarter pounder, whatever it was. And yeah, I just was like, this is a McDonald's inspired burger. People actually like that one though. But yeah, had YouTuber rank women YouTubers? Absolutely not. Or prank videos? Nope. I've seen some of those videos, and I'm not gonna lie, that junk would kind of piss me off if somebody was ranking me, because I'm like, you're weird. You're a weirdo. I wouldn't acknowledge it, but I would just be sitting there like, why are you ranking me as if you had a chance? That sounds so arrogant, but also that's for any woman that they rank it. I just don't like stuff like that. Now, if you ranking celebrities, I know that sounds very contradictory, but it's like if you're ranking celebrities, that's a little bit different. But if you're ranking like a regular person, why though? Or like if you're ranking characters from like movies or something like that, fine. But yeah. And I hate prank channels. I really do. They're just foolish. Like, I remember I told my husband, I was like, if you ever did like one of those bug or spider pranks, y'all know how people be having the fake bugs or the roaches acting like they surrounded they girl with roaches in the bed or something like that. I told him I would divorce him. Cause I was like, why would you do something like that? If you know that I get anxious and I am fearful of bugs, why would you put me in that situation for you to give me a heart attack? Yeah, rank YouTubers never gonna happen at all. It would have been drama. Right. Prank channels came and went, real talk. Yeah, they have like normally if I see prank channels, it just gives that it's more for a more child teenage audience. You've been down the tasty black rabbit hole. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. Y'all got 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to head up off of here and go watch my story. Well, take my dog out, watch my stories, and go eat. And probably attempt to edit some more of the video. But yeah. I am getting sleepy. I'm not going to lie to you. The sound of that cricket is actually becoming really calming at this point. Oh, also, have you seen Hollywood Demons? No, I remember you were talking about it. I haven't seen it. I'm about to start using this workout bike, and hopefully it does me well. I'll probably start it next week because I don't want to start working out this week just yet. Watch my stories, Granny. Listen, I got a lot of good shows I'm watching. I'll be grandma, okay? Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. Last night I had only about 3 hours of sleep. I needed something to force me to go to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is that like a normal occurrence, or you thinking about something? Because I know normally whenever I can't sleep, it's normally because I'm thinking about something or overthinking something. Grimy, I feel like your mind in the gutter. You gonna say something crazy. Sometimes get 5 hours or 6 hours of sleep to still be functional. 3 hours sleep, get some lavender oil spray, good for sleep. Take some chamomile tea and melatonin. You know what, Grimy? I thought you was about to say something mad wild, but that was rather wholesome. Yeah, I hear lavender oil spray is good for sleep though. I try to get 8 hours of sleep myself, because if I don't, I'm gonna be exhausted. But they say women usually are supposed to sleep more, especially since we got cycles and stuff. Lavender oil spray in my room good for negative energy as well too. I didn't know that. Now my mom was stressing me out last night. These parents be doing their own things nowadays. Girl, listen. It's sometimes you literally be feeling like you raising your parents. Like you were the adult before me. But they literally be figuring it out too, I guess. Geez, I'm just trying to give good advice. Listen, how you normally be, we can never tell, okay? Can never tell. Women sleep longer than it's so true. Yeah. Cause I know I'm gonna be sleeping probably. Actually, no. If I'm eating late, I'm gonna probably have to stay up a little later so my stomach don't be hurting when I wake up in the morning. I really wish I had some hot Cheetos with my tuna fish. That junk would have been good. I put on random shoes. What? I put on random shoes. I know. Oh, shows. I'm sorry. I know it put me to sleep. That's me too. Like I normally watch Arthur. Arthur will knock me out. Will definitely knock me out. Urban natural remedy guy in the family. Okay, I see you. Herbalist. You said nails or whatever the girls be doing. I don't know. Y'all know I be out the loop. I gotta get some lavender oil and drink some tea for next time. Yeah, they say it's good. Like it's this other oil they have where you could rub it on your temples and it can help you as well. Like Arthur knocked out TW. Listen, I love Arthur. I don't care. Like Arthur is still so good where I will be watching it and cracking up. I'll either watch that to fall asleep or I'll watch the Bernie Mac show. Although sometimes I'll end up watching an episode or two. Did y'all see how what is her name? The daughter, baby girl. So she been trending on TikTok, right? Because she made a TikTok account and she been talking about her experiences on the show and that junk has been funny as hell. Like that junk is so funny to me cuz she's an adult now. And some candles. Well, you got to be careful with candles because you don't want to like fall asleep with the candles being lit. I've been learning sound healing as well on YouTube. I've heard about that. Sound healing. I remember DW said go run a race for only child. Oh yeah, when she was like when Arthur was like I think it was Sue Ellen. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. I thought that was a bug for a second. But no, when Sue Ellen was saying she wished she had a sister, and I want to say DW was like she wondered what it would be like to be an only child, and Arthur was like, or did he say lonely children? A lonely child was what I was gonna be when I sell you, or something like that. He said something that was funny. He dragged her away. I used to like that one song. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. Or the other song, Jekyll, Jekyll, hi, Jekyll. That joke was so good to me. That musical episode. That's probably one of the few musicals episodes that I liked off a TV show. Or the other one, class, you really worked hard today. Class, You really worked hard today. Now that the school day is through, I got something special for you. I hope it's ice cream. Just a little homework tonight. Just a little homework tonight. That was my junk. um Baby girl talking about experiences on Bernie Mac. She going in. Yes, she is hilarious. She was talking about how she didn't like the actress who played Wanda. Now, I assume it's just because their age range. Like, why would she still be cool with her? Maybe. I don't know. I know it sounds crazy, but I go to sleep with loud music in my ears. I don't know how you do it because I could never. That would keep me up. Grimy listening music, go to sleep, nature sounds or ocean sounds, even rain sometimes. Man, okay. So that's just like, so my husband was having trouble sleeping like a while back, right? And he told me he was going to get a sound machine, right? Now, I'm thinking he's going to wear some earphones or something, some earbuds. I get in the bed. This man turned that thing on. All I hear is, ah. I literally was just laying in bed I was so annoyed the first couple nights because I had to get used to that. Now it's about a routine. Like, I barely paid attention at this point. But it was definitely an adjustment. Yeah, because if you listen with headphones, that can mess up your ears long term. Lonely Child is what she said. I mean, yeah. Bob Marley's son wrote theme song for Arthur. Oh, did he? I thought that was just already a song that they had and then they just put it on the theme song. I didn't know that. Messy. Yeah, I will say the way she was talking about it was kind of crazy because I was like, dang. But I know people asked her, they were like, well, do you talk to her? And she was basically like, nah, I don't F with her. I don't F with her. But the way she said it was so aggressive, like, dang, what did she do to you? Yes, use the headphones, jazz with decent volume. I listen through my speakers a lot of the time. It's heavy metal. Heavy metal is wild for when you go to sleep. I learned that yesterday. I didn't know that. Like Metallica Fade to Black puts me to sleep. The only music that really be putting me to sleep is jazz music. And it has to be a specific type of jazz. Because when I was a kid, I always used to fall asleep in the car listening to jazz when we were coming back home from school. He really do. Like, the Ilbermatic is like an encyclopedia. Like, he knows so many random facts. I've learned something new every day. Every time I speak with this man. I grew up in music studio, so it relaxes me. Oh. Well, I guess that makes sense. Because I'm like, what caused you to prefer the loud sounds of thy Metallica? Love history, no lie. That makes sense. Because you definitely be dropping the facts. All right, y'all. Loud, distorted music is just soothing. Well, if you like it, I love it. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here though. I do appreciate you guys for being here greatly. Because it's always nice when I get to talk with y'all, chat with y'all. I'm going to probably post my live stream schedule tomorrow on my wall, on my community wall. So y'all will know the next. I think I'm going to post this schedule all the way up till like the end of November, because I don't know what my live stream schedule is going to be like in December, to be honest. Distorted. Okay, girl, good night. Enjoy your tuna fish. Thank you. Now, tea berries. You literally said I woke up, so let's chat a little bit. Fine, I give you till 3:35. Thank you. Distorted, scratchy, low reverb music. Scratchy? Frequency become used to grimy. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, when you get used to something. Like Nirvana. I had a Nirvana shirt that I got gifted, and I never heard any of their music. I don't know what they sound like. But yeah. My back itch. Not me scratching sounding real dry. I thought, oh, you thought Nirvana was a TV show? An anime show. It's a band. Nirvana's song was the Batman first movie, which was it. I haven't really seen that many Batman movies. I seen Batman Forever, I think, and then I saw Dark Knight. And whichever one with Anne Hathaway I saw. But yeah. Something's in the way was the song. I think I know that song. Okay, yeah. So I saw 2 Dark Knight movies. The Batman movie where the Joker blew up the hospital is my favorite Batman movie. Oh, with Heath Ledger. I used to like him. Like he was in my crush list. Which I'm gonna make a series too. I think I have like a 4-part series of my childhood crushes. And yes, it is 4 parts. Cause like I had a lot of people that I found attractive when I was younger. And Heath Ledger was definitely one of them. Cause I thought he was attractive in what is it, The Knight's Tale? And then it was 10 Things I Hate About You. Even though I did not really like certain things that happened in that movie. Batman Dark Knight, such a good movie. It was, from what I remember about it. Sequel videos are fun to do. Yeah, sequel videos are fun. Although some movies I feel like don't need sequels. Does that list include Bow Wow? For some reason, I do not remember Bow Wow, liking Bow Wow like that. I thought he was attractive. No. Like, okay, so for some reason, I had an issue with liking boys with braids. Like, I did not really care to like boys with braids for some reason. I didn't start liking boys with braids too much later. I found Romeo attractive later when he was on that college commercial. I was like, is this Romeo? He's not little no more. Oh my gosh. But anyways, you know, when he blew it up, it didn't go off when it was supposed to. So his reaction when he hits the button repeatedly, he is genuinely shocked when it went off. Yeah, I saw something about that. I absolutely did not care for Marcus Houston. Absolutely did not. I remember when I went to, I think it was Chris Brown's third concert. It was either second or third concert, and it was him, Marcus Houston. I feel like Bow Wow was there, but I could be wrong. But I remember he had performed naked on stage. And at the time, it was like they had him in this black box and he was supposed to be naked behind there singing. And all I thought was, this is so crazy because it's a lot of little girls here. Like, because I think we were. How old was I? I feel like I know I wasn't a kid. I loved Chris Brown when I was a kid. He was one of the first posters I had. Like when I was I used to have dreams of him. It was so bad. But yeah, I definitely liked Chris Brown when I was a kid. I don't know. I liked a lot of people. Some people y'all probably gonna be surprised by when I do this series. Cause again, it's a 4-part series. and there's a lot to cover. So don't shame me. Cause some of them are like, hear me out, people. How do you feel people still comparing Chris Brown to Michael Jackson? I actually don't have no problem with it. Cause like Chris Brown is actually a really good performer. Like, I don't care what anybody says, he is definitely still a very good performer. And he's made really good music. So, yeah. Not T-Berries. Come on, nah. He ain't gotta know. It wasn't no like weird dreams like that. Oh, I was just saying that like Chris Brown was definitely a childhood crush, and I used to have dreams about Chris Brown, but it wasn't anything physical. He would be like taking me on a date or helping me get out of the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Chris closest, Michael Jackson doesn't bother me either. Rihanna sabotaged his career. I would not say that. I mean, he should not have laid hands on her. I will say she should not have laid hands on him, though. And Chris Brown be doing stuff. Like, he definitely had to get a restraining order with Karrueche. He has definitely been violent to other people. So he kind of got a history, unfortunately. So that's kind of on him. Like, I won't discredit him, but he definitely needs more. He needs some therapy. I'll say that. Oh, what girl didn't? I wanted to be like Chris Brown when I was young, no lie, but I'm too dark. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but all the girls love Chris Brown. I'm actually still surprised people love him as much as they do now. But I have thoughts, but I'm not going to say them. You know, some women, they don't care, you know. They like what they like. They don't care if a man has a little problems here and there. But I don't know. I don't have no issue. Like, you know, people be like, I will say, I think it's weird how hard people ride for him, but I think that with any fan base, that's the only thing. Like with any fan base, I think it's weird when people really be like diehard fans, and not in a "I'ma support you," like go to every show type way, in a "I'ma defend you and I don't know you" type way. That's the only thing that I don't get. Like where people be arguing with other people they don't know in the comments, because that junk is weird to me. Or like when people be coming after people in or like when people be coming after people in the comments and being weird, like antagonistic, that junk weird. No shade, same thing applies to R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a different case to me, because this is my thing about R. Kelly. R. Kelly makes certain type of music. So he makes like making love music. He makes music about pursuing girls. So when I think about it, all I think about is the fact that you made this song potentially with a child in mind. So that's, I can't really think about R. Kelly the same way. Like I know he's made good music, but now whenever I hear it, I'm like, you made this with a child in mind. So I'm like, that it completely changed the meaning of the song to me when I hear it. But that's because I made myself cognitively aware of it, unfortunately. So when I hear certain songs, I'm like, he was singing about a girl. Stans be super rude or disrespectful. Yeah. Like, I will say one of the worst fan bases was Nicki Minaj. Her fan base is weird. I almost be wondering if she got bots set up. The same thing happened to Jasmine. Oh yeah, with DDG. Yeah, stuff like that is so weird to me. I still don't understand how that man is famous. I know that he has a YouTube like fan base. I get that. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't understand what makes people like ride hard for these people. Like that junk is so weird to me. R. Kelly was a creep on Aaliyah's first album, Color of Will on the Earth. Yeah, he been a creep. He always been weird. Yeah, that was crazy. I learned to shush next time. I don't know. Like some of these people fan bases just be mad weird. I don't understand the thought process of I'm gonna defend this person to the earth, or I'm gonna be antagonistic to you. Like you don't even know me. Why you on this man peen so bad? Like that junk is so weird. I would have waited till she was 18 at least. I mean, a lot of people be doing that to some people, but I don't know. DDG never understood hype behind him. Yeah, I don't understand the hype behind him either. But at the same time, it's like I know when it comes to YouTube, people do be creating fan bases and stuff. And that's one thing I hope does not happen to me. Like, I would never want to have weirdos who support me. Because then I'm going to be looking like, why are you behaving that way? You clearly don't rock with me for real, because I would not support this behavior. But yeah. Aaliyah was fire and Queen of the Damned. She was. I wish we could have saw more of her acting, actually. Fan bases are so weird or super strange, real talk. They are. But yeah, I keep giving y'all more time. We done. All right, I'm going to get off of here. If Aaliyah were still alive, she would have more fire music. I have a very controversial, I'll say one controversial thing. Because I do have a controversial opinion about Aaliyah. So I love Aaliyah, you know? Detroit, gang, gang. You know what I'm saying? She was a very pretty girl. I do love her music, but her singing live is not that great. Like if you've ever, and again, it could have been the quality of like the sound back then, and it could have just been that she needed to get more training for her voice. But when she sang live, she did not sound like herself necessarily. So like I definitely think she just needed to work on her vocal tone. But song wise, like if you take the actual songs and music she created, absolutely loved her music, absolutely loved her songs. But live, she was like, if you've ever seen some of her, well, there are some live videos where she actually sounded really good. And then other ones, I'm like, I can't tell if she was nervous or it's just because of the way the song is on a different register. Because, you know, her voice was much deeper than what she sounded like live, than what she sounded like in songs. So I don't know. That's my controversial opinion though. Cause I feel like a lot of people have never heard her live singing, like went back and looked. So yeah. That's just my personal opinion though. And I would never actually say that for real because I feel like people would gang up on me. But I'm like, I feel like people be having certain biases. For example, and I know this may ruffle a few feathers, but not every song that Beyonce has made is good. And that's not to be a hater because I love Beyonce. It's just I don't like that people be biased when it comes to music. Like I really do not like that because I'm like, y'all think that these people can create or do no wrong. It's like, I mean, everybody entitled to their own opinion, but I feel like people be real biased and that's just not me. Like that's just not me. Cause I literally it took me a minute to get used to Beyonce. Girl, listen, I got 5% on my phone, okay? She would be over Beyonce. I agree she would, but Beyonce sang better than her. No offense, but Beyonce can sing better and perform better. Now, I don't know what would have happened though, because again, she was actually a really good performer, but just sound quality wise, it was not the best. But that's just my personal opinion. Again, because I've watched multiple of her lives performances from back then. So I gotta pull a Jasmine or a Jasmine. Hey, I still gotta eat. Like, I'm just saying, you know, again, and also it's the fact that people kind of don't be wanting to say anything negative when somebody has passed away. And it's like, it's not that I'm saying anything negative, it's just the facts. Like, I don't know what that is about people like not wanting to be honest about stuff. It's like, it's okay if Beyonce doesn't make a great song every single time. It's very rare that a whole album is good. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I just feel like people be having like pure biases and they don't really assess if something is actually good or not collectively. They're just like, it's good because it's this person. I mean, do you like what you like, I guess. I am hungry. I want to eat my tuna and crackers. My junk is literally like on an exclamation point. It ain't no bars or nothing. It's no bars. It's 3:48:27. So not time was, but I've been on here for almost 4 hours, you guys. Eat on the live to attract a special audience. I can't win my battery on 4%. It ain't no way. Because then they gonna mess up my algorithm asking to see my lips in depth and stuff. Listen, I don't want them doing nothing with themselves while looking at me. My phone is running out of juice though. And I'ma need it. So I could watch my stories in the bed. Thank you, Pink Time. Appreciate you. I am. Y'all got until it hit 3 hours and 50 minutes, and then I'm clicking off. But I hope you guys have a great night. Number 1 was the Rose Rundown, Gang, Jasmine, whoop whoop. Ilblurmatic at number 2. We got T-Berries at number 3. Grimy at 4. Ariana Miche at 5. Big one, whoever that was. Wesley Dracovic, that was Brazil. And number 8 was somebody that I never seen before. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I'm from Michigan Midwest. But yes. Girl, bye. I am not putting this on the charger. I want to eat. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm putting my I appreciate you, T.